school basketball is on the air. Denham Springs High School basketball broadcast, a John Fine production on Family Radio 91.9 FM Baton Rouge. On the net at johnfineproductions.com. And on YouTube, please subscribe at DS Jacket Vision. With Yellow Jackets color commentator Mitch Covington and producer John Fine. Here now is your Jackets play-by-play announcer, Josh Ward.
Good evening, and here we go again, except for this time we are getting ready to get you Lady Jackets basketball, second round of the 2025 Division I non-select girls playoffs, and it is the Lady Jackets and the Lady Tigers of Slidell here from the Jacket Gym. I'm Josh Ward. Great to have you along with us for the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up, brought to you by Sporting Center. Proudly serving Livingston Parish since 1977 at Sporting Center. They have everything you need from athletic equipment to school uniforms. Go see Stacy Phipps, James Adam McCants, and their terrific staff over at Sporting Center. That is 205 South Range Avenue in Denham Springs. Right, last week we had the Lady Jackets defeating Prairieville right here from the Jacket Gym by a score of 71-39 to advance through this second round. Slidell opened their playoffs at home last week against Santa Maria, defeating them 63-42 on their home court. Tip-off coming up here at 6 o'clock, but we do have plenty to get to before then. John Fine will be joined by Jackson Ward, no relations. He will be a representative of the student section here that we give so much credit to throughout our game, so he's going to step in and kind of explain how they rally the troops and get them out here. We will have the boys bracket, which was officially released today. I'll go ahead and give you no spoiler here that the Denham Springs boys team stayed at number 3 in the power ratings, but we'll get to that in just a bit as well. Then Mitch Covington will be joined by assistant coach Mike Piku to kind of get the in-depth look at this one, as it is a rematch of sorts. In the last few years, these two teams have met in the playoffs. 2 years ago, Slidell defeated Denham Springs. Last year, Denham Springs defeats Slidell. They did play each other earlier in this season, so two teams who are no stranger to each other will tie it up here tonight from the Jacket Gym with a trip to the quarterfinals on the line. We will be keeping an eye on Parkway and Thibodaux, as that is the matchup that lines up with this one as well. So that will be the next opponents to the Lady Jackets. Be fortunate enough to get the win here tonight. All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we return, it will be Mitch Covington joining me right here. It's the Lady Jackets, the Lady Tigers, round 2, Division I non-select playoffs, and we are back after this on the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up.
Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts. 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends. Locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Ascom Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
Your local sporting goods store in Livingston Parish for over 40 years is Sporting Center. Sporting Center has all of your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. Plus, Sporting Center has all of your brand names like Adidas and Russell Athletic. And Sporting Center offers one-on-one customer service. Sporting Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, and laser engraving. And they can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs. Sporting Center, 205 South Range in Denham Springs.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenck, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Abear, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, Abear, and Angel.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
As we welcome back in, it is a Sports Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. Lady Jackets and the Lady Tigers of Slidell here from the Jacket Gym. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington. All right, Mitch, we know that these two teams are familiar with each other. But as we take a quick look at the bracket here on the girls' side, looking on your screen there, of course, always glad to have you with us on Family Radio 91.9 FM on the web at johnfineproductions.com and streaming live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. Please hit that subscribe button for us. So as we sit here and look at the bracket here for the girls, we do know Parkway and Thibodaux. Parkway the number 1 seed, Thibodaux the number 17 seed. That's who this game matches up with. We've got a close one here with an 8-9 matchup for these two teams, and again, two teams that are very familiar with each other. So, 3 years they've played each other? I think
at least. I know. Yes. I've looked. I know this is the third year in a row we've played them in the playoffs.
Yes.
And then, if you look back at it, 2 years ago, Coach Rudy Smith's first year, the Yellow Jackets were the number 6 seed for the tournament, while Slidell was 27 seed. Slidell came out with the win, beat the Jackets 46-45. If I remember correctly, they had a very good player that had been injured early in the year, and so she was out for a few games, and they racked up some losses, so their seeding wasn't quite where they should have really fit in on the bracket. But they came in and played really well here at Denham Springs High School and beat the Lady Jackets. And then last year we faced in the second round, of the tournament. We were the 2 seed. Slidell was the 15 seed. Lady Jackets pulled out a 58-53 victory. But you notice that was another close game. 1-point game 2 years ago. Last year was a 5-point game. The Lady Jackets and Lady Tigers did meet earlier this year in a regular season matchup. The Lady Jackets won 44-35, a very low-scoring defensive battle in that game. So the teams that are very familiar with each other shouldn't be any surprises. Best I could tell, both teams were close to full speed when they played earlier this year, so there wasn't, a missing key player here or there for either squad. So I would expect another very close game, just like we've seen in recent matchups.
Well, then when you have the 8-9 matchups, those games become such toss-ups. They really do. And you talk about how close that these teams have played each other, and that playoff game where Slidell was the 27 seed coming in and beat Denham Springs at the Grady Hornsby Gym on a last-second putback. It was back and forth game the whole time. I don't think any team ever got within 4 points ahead of each other, and Slidell with the upset that night. But again, two teams that are so familiar with each other, and you talk about when they played each other in December, two very different teams right now. So many things happen throughout the season. You've got so many different players that you kind of rotate in to kind of figure out that right chemistry that you like on the court. So we will have starting lineups for you in just a bit as we get close to the tip-off here. But definitely expecting a close game here, one, based on the seeding, and two, how familiar they are with each other. And it's always been a close one the last 3 meetings they've had with each other.
You're right. And whatever that happened in December isn't necessarily what's going to happen tonight. And Slidell's a young team. They don't have a lot of seniors, and in fact, they were led by a freshman in points last game, Madison Parker. And so she has made big strides since December when she was still getting her feet wet in varsity basketball action for Slidell. And in the first round of the playoff game, she led them with 19 points. So that's someone the Lady Jackets will have to contend with. And both teams like to pressure the ball. We like to get full court press and get after it and try and force some turnovers. Slidell's going to do the same thing. And so, it's going to be key that both teams are able to handle each other's defensive pressure. Like I said, last time was a low-scoring game, but each team has film on each other, had a couple days to practice and prepare. If you play them, I don't know exactly the situation before, but if it's in a tournament, I know it would have been like a preseason tournament. Maybe you played somebody else.
20th,
you might have played somebody else the day before and then play them the very next day. You really don't have a lot of time to prepare for an opponent like that. And whereas now you know who you're going to play. You've had a couple of days ahead of time. And so both teams ought to be prepared.
All right, before we get out of here and make way for John Fine with student section representative Jackson Ward. John said he's going to find out if he's a cousin or something of mine. He's not. We're joking about that. But that's going to be coming up in a bit. But as we take a look at the boys, they did stand in the power ratings at number 3. So as we look at the power ratings there on your screen as well, Central, Zachary, Denham Springs, Zachary Central, the top 4 stayed the same. North Shore at number 5, East Ascension got in at number 6. They were the boys district champions on that side. And so, that's kind of how that figured out. So the boys will have that first round bye to start.
I think EA was 7, correct?
I think they ended up 6 in the final ones. They could have dropped.
Well, I looked at the bracket that I saw released. Looked like it had Ruston as the 6th seed and East Ascension as the 7th.
You're right. Yes. Okay.
So I saw the bracket. Yeah.
That's right, because Ruston did become the 6th seed. And you didn't like that draw.
And why that's important is because
that's who we match up with.
If the Jackets win their first matchup, which will be the second round, we have a bye in the first round, then we're going to host what could be the 6th seed if all the seeds played out, the favorites won each game. So that 6th seed is right in line with the 3 seed the Yellow Jackets have. So I was paying close attention to who that might be for a possible quarterfinal matchup. But that's still a few games away. You got to get to that spot first. Ruston, whoever the 6th seed, Ruston would have to win a couple games. The Yellow Jackets have to win their first playoff game.
We do have the bracket up for you on the screen right there. So you do see Denham Springs with that first round bye. They would match up with the Westgate Santa Maria winner. So that would be here. And that could be Santa Maria if they were able to go on the road and win that one. You would have them right back here, which you just had them here on Friday night. Then on the other side of that, as you said, Ruston and Destrehan. Ruston is that 6th seed. As you mentioned there, they play the 27 seed Destrehan. And then they would play the winner of South Lafourche and Hahnville. So that would end up matching up for the quarterfinals of who would potentially be coming here for that matchup.
And as I said, that's down the road. You really can't worry about that because it's 3 games ahead for the teams on the other side of that little pod. It's 2 games ahead for the Jackets, but Ruston is a team that played in the top 28 last year, upset Zachary, who was the 1 seed, and made it to the semifinal round.
I know when we were talking about it earlier, I said, Ruston ended up with the 6th seed. You weren't a big fan of that draw just based on early in the season they have so many football players that were out because of how deep they go.
They racked up several losses while their football team made it all the way to the Superdome, and so they were playing without some key players early in the year. Had a few losses. Since they've got their full squad back, they've been a much different squad and much tougher to beat. So, but like I said, that's long away. The first focus will be whoever matches up for that second round playoff game because we have that bye in the first round. So that should be the focus right now.
All right, we will take a timeout. When we come back, John Fine and Jackson Ward will step in here. We'll wait and see. It looks like Jackson may not be here yet, so we'll figure it out during this timeout. Again, Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. Lady Jackets and Lady Tigers of Slidell here from the Jacket Gym, round 2 for the 2025 Division I non-select playoffs. We're back after this on the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up.
High School broadcasts on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Dr. Chip Bankston and Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Use Safe and Lock, Safe Voyage Tattoo, David Azar Shelter Insurance Company, Liberty Auto Sales, the Law Office of I.V. Graham, 5-Star Printing, now located next to Big Mike's, and Sport Clips. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
For all your flooring and carpet needs, it's Floor Store Carpet One. At Floor Store Carpet One, they offer prompt, quality personal service. They'll take care of you right away. The Floor Store Carpet One has an extensive product line: wood, carpet, plastic laminate, ceramic tile, natural stone, countertops, and showers. The Floor Store Carpet One also carries luxury vinyl tile, which many customers rave about, serving the community since 1984. The Floor Store Carpet One, 1/2 mile from the Amite River Bridge on Florida in Denham Springs.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts, 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends, locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Ascom Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
Your local sporting goods store in Livingston Parish for over 40 years is Sporting Center. Sporting Center has all of your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. Plus, Sporting Center has all of your brand names like Adidas and Russell Athletic. And Sporting Center offers one-on-one customer service. Sporting Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, and laser engraving. And they can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs. Sporting Center, 205 South Range in Denham Springs.
Welcome back. It's the Sporting Center Yellow Jacket warm-up, and I am Mitch Covington, and here with Coach Mike Piku, assistant coach with the Lady Jackets. And if you were with us last Friday night, Josh and I had a good time joking around a little bit. We mentioned that we have a detailed plan on what we want to do with each segment and where we're going, but at the bottom of that list and highlighted letters was improvising is always on the table. So we are doing a little improvising right now. We're going to switch around the order of the interview, so we're getting Coach Mike Piku in just a little bit earlier than normal. But Coach Piku, I hope that doesn't doesn't throw you out of routine.
I hope not. I hope not.
I don't want to bring any bad juju because we've had good luck of you coming up here just
right
about 9 minutes before game time. You get up here, we have our quick talk, and now we're kind of messing up the rhythm with it. So
I'm not going in the locker room. I'm staying out.
It's been working. We will go with what's working. So, well, Coach, we were talking about in the last segment. Josh and I were mentioning, it's a squad that we're familiar with. We've played. This is the third year in a row we've met in the playoffs. We faced them earlier this season, and so having squads that are similar or that know each other, so well. What do you think as a preparation point? How does that affect what you had to do in the couple of days that we had between Thursday in the first round game and then tonight?
Well, it helped. Being able to know what they've done in the past, and then playing them earlier this season. Knowing their kids, what they're doing, that kind of thing. So it helped out with us only having 2 days of preparation. It helped out with us going over things that we needed to go over quickly and bringing it to the attention of the girls of who we're looking for and who we're trying to stop and what we're trying to do on the court.
And so we were talking about it last Thursday night, what might be the routine for the girls going from Thursday to playing on Monday with the weekend in the middle. So how did y'all handle that as far as practice-wise? What did you do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday or today to kind of prepare for the game?
Well, Friday we had practice like normal. It was after school because we were on the even schedule. So we just stayed with our practice from 2 to 4. Then we gave them off Saturday. So that they could relax and rest. And then we came in yesterday afternoon and practiced like normal, just normal season stuff. When we had a game on Monday, we'd practice on Sunday. And then today was an odd day, so they were in here 7th hour. So we let them shoot 7th hour, go over a couple of things, and then they were able to have a little pregame meal and then go home and relax a little bit and come back up here.
And so when you say it's an odd day, I as a teacher know what you're talking about, but maybe others aren't familiar. We are at school on block schedule now, so not every class meets every day. So I'm assuming that means the athletic period does not meet every day.
Right. Our athletic period for the girls, for Coach Rudy, is on the odd days. So on odd days, we get the girls during 7th hour PE. On even days, he's off 7th hour, and the girls are in class, some other class, so they come to us after school.
And then so like today you said was an odd day, so that was helpful in the fact that you had your day off on Saturday, get rested, come out yesterday, kind of Sunday, putting on a little in your game plan, what you want to do, and then today you're able to review it, just light walk through stuff. I'm sure you weren't running full court sprints back and forth, but just able to get your mind back straight on what you wanted.
Yeah, get it back straight and then give them a little time to relax a little bit. It wasn't like we had to come after school and do things after 2:30 and be in here till 3:30 or 4 o'clock or that kind of thing. They were able to get out of here by 2:35. We let them off when the bell rang, and so they were able to get over to the gym and have their pregame meal and then go home and relax, and they didn't have to be back up here till about, I think it was 4:45, 5 o'clock. So it was good for them.
Well, a big advantage for the Lady Jackets last week in our first round victory with Prairieville was the fact that we had a very balanced effort out there. But we had, I think I counted 9 girls in the scoring in the game. Yeah. It was very spread out, balanced. Well, Prairie Nelson led us with 17 points, but then we still had Zariah Samir with 13, Kennedy Lindsay with 12, Taylor Smith with 12. And, talk about how that could be beneficial. If you just have one superstar that's going to go score 24, 25 points, if she has an off night, you're in big trouble. But we're very balanced and can get help from a lot of places.
Right, and that's come about a little more as we've gotten into the playoffs, at the end of the district, into playoffs. We're starting to share the ball a little more. We're having a little more confidence in the other kids shooting the basketball, and they're stepping up. We have some sophomores and freshmen that are stepping up, making some baskets, some good minutes. So we're able to play a lot of kids off the bench now, whereas earlier part of the season, it was, down to maybe 6, 7 kids. We were just playing. Now we're anywhere from 8 to 9 kids, maybe even 10, going in and out and what we're doing. So there's a good bit of subbing and relying on the other kids, which is a good thing coming into the fourth quarter. we have our legs under us coming into the fourth quarter, where some of these other teams that we played lately have 5, 6 kids, and they're on the court the whole time. So with us pressing and putting fresh legs in, it helps out.
Definitely, and you mentioned how that's kind of come on strong the last couple weeks of the season, and that might be expected, because if you look at what happened last game, we've gotten some great effort from sophomores and freshmen out there on the court. Marley Johnson wasn't a starter earlier in the year, but stepped in the last, really when district started, has been a starter for us as a 10th grader. Zariah Samir, I mentioned double digits. She's a freshman. She did a great job last week. Kalijah Henry, Kinley Jornet, 2 freshmen that are out there. So we're looking at 3 freshmen and a sophomore that have really stepped up, as you mentioned, about when district started. And so talk about like the growth of how that fits in with the senior leadership of someone like Taylor Smith, and then you have someone like Kennedy Lindsay and Praya Nelson, who were big parts of last year's playoff run, melding now with the girls, the young girls.
Yeah, it's really helped us out a lot. Those 3 we call the big 3. Because they were here last year and they played and started last year. But those 3 stay on the floor a lot. And really, right before district, I guess it was, we had a couple of injuries. Praya hurt herself. Kennedy had a concussion. And so we had to pull from the bench. And we played probably 4 or 5 ball games with them in and out and not around and that kind of thing. And then Zariah got hurt with an ankle. So we had 3 starters that were kind of out and not really out there on the floor during about 5 or 6 ball games. So we're pulling kids off the bench, and those kids stepped up, and those kids came off, those younger kids, and now you see the result of that. I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, somebody got hurt, but it was good for us because they were able to sit on the bench and watch and see that these kids were stepping up, and so they had confidence in them. And so that confidence is built during district, and they don't have a problem giving up the basketball to anybody on the floor. It's not anybody, you got some teams, I'm not going to throw it to her because she don't miss it or whatever. We don't have that problem. We give it up. If there's an open shot, we're giving it to them, and they're going to take it.
Well, you mentioned, you didn't plan for it to happen that way, but the old silver lining in every cloud, Skip Burtman used to talk a lot about early in the year, midseason and all, he'd put some guys in some situations. He didn't know if they can handle it or not. It's a close ball game. Can this guy get the outs? Maybe a key pitcher or maybe a hitter in the game that has been struggling. Let's leave him in the game with the bases loaded here. Can he come through with the hit? Maybe you lose that game and he doesn't get the job done. But Coach Burtman can figure out or learn as the head coach, say, this guy can do it. Maybe he can't do it. You learn what they can do. And then that's kind of where y'all were right now. You maybe lost a couple games in the middle of the season with some injuries, but yet those girls getting that extra playing time, having to go very deep into the bench. And as you mentioned, now I think, Coach, you said 8 or 9. I think we're 10 or 11 girls that get in there.
So.
And you'll probably have 10 for sure. They're going to log some minutes tonight, and a lot of them,
think so.
At least 8, get a heavy rotation in there. So that's very helpful, even though bad breaks with some injuries at times, it helped out and helped build a really deep squad.
Right, I think it did. It really helped us out coming into the postseason. Because like I said before, they started getting hurt. It was 6 men, 7 men, and that's kind of what we were going with. That's what we saw in practice. That's what was stepping up. That's what was working. And then, as a coach, it's tough unless you're in baseball and you play 90 games. In basketball, you lose 3 or 4 games and you're down in that ranking.
That's right.
So it's kind of hard to play those extra kids to get them in the game to see if they can handle it. And we got stuck with putting them in there, and they did handle it, and now it's paid off for us.
Yeah. Well, Coach Piku, we appreciate your time here, and we've enjoyed our segments here, working together a little bit, and then talking about helping us know what to look forward to as we get ready for this game. And so we wish the ladies the best of luck as we get out there and get ready to get them going. And we'll be right back in just a couple minutes right here and with the Sporting Center Yellow Jacket warm-up.
Back after this timeout, Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. All right, welcome back in. Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up, having a slight little issue back at the radio station, so we will give them a minute to reset there, and we will try to get you set up here and reset as we will have. Coming up, it will be Mitch. We're going to get one of the Goldman twins to come join Mitch here, so we're going to do a little switcheroo here in just a moment. But again, Division I non-select 2025 girls playoffs bracket. It is the Lady Jackets and the Lady Tigers of Slidell, 8 seed versus 9 seed. The winner of this one gets to go, probably, depending on how it works out. If it goes chalk, it would be the number 1 seed Parkway, who is playing Thibodaux tonight up in Parkway. So we were going to try to keep our eyes on that one. I think Mr. Robert Graves is going to try to help us out the best he can as well. So we'll kind of try to keep you up to date best of that one as we can. Having to do a little improvising here. We've got some issues back at the station again. As I said, we've got guests that we're waiting on as well, and just trying to get everything settled here. It's always a little bit of fun here. So 1 second here as we get a look at this. Sorry about this. This is live radio at its best. All right, we got a little issue back at the radio station, so we're trying to figure this out real quick here on the fly as usual. 1 second, sorry, folks, just trying to get set here. Yeah, you want to hop in real quick with one of the. Who do you have? Wait, he's. You want me to interview one? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do a quick switch on air here. Just 1 second here, folks. Sorry about this. So we're going to do a quick switch. Stay with us right back. It will be John and one of the Goldman twins. All right, stay with us.
All right, so as we talked about earlier, always ready to improvise, and I'm sitting here next to me, Deon Goldman. Deon is here to watch the girls play and support them, and as we've mentioned that before, with all the great support from the students throughout the school and all the athletic programs, those guys like to support each other. The boys and the girls are always pulling for one another, and was looking across the way, and I saw Jean sitting over there and said, maybe we'll get him over here and talk about it a little bit. So, Jean, how you been doing?
Doing good. Ready to see our girls get this win.
That's right. We want to see the girls come out and play well, get a win. Well, I tell you what, if they can get the ball going and play and get the fast breaks going as well as you guys had it going Friday night against Santa Maria, it'll be a whole lot of fun tonight, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, Jean, we've been talking about you here during basketball season, watching you really spot up a lot around the three-point line and really knocking it down and knocking them in at a high percentage. And, you and your brother get out there, your twin brother Sean, and running the fast break, fighting each other, cutting to the goal and all. And, I know y'all are comfortable with each other. You know that when he's driving to the goal, you're either cutting back door or you're setting up at the three-point line, and he's going to find you. And talk about playing with a twin brother that you've grown up with and playing all your life, and how y'all can locate each other on the court.
Because we've been playing all our life, we know each other's tendencies. We know where to expect each other to be at certain times, and we know where each other's strengths and weaknesses are, so we could, build upon that and build that with our other teammates as well.
And that's right. And, I always kind of laugh up here in the broadcast. It's like, you're the quarterback. So in football, you're a quarterback on the football field, and your brother Sean is a receiver on the football field. Yes, but on the basketball court, it's more like he's the one that dishes the ball around and passes it more, and you're the one taking the shot. So you'll kind of reverse your roles in basketball season. So I always find that kind of funny. And then, as I mentioned, you really do a great job job of knocking the three-point shots down and helping to spread the defense out. If they're going to collapse in the lane, you're always setting up on the outside and can knock it down. And so I know you spend a lot of time working on that. You know, I've seen it myself at Denham Springs Junior High on the weekends or late at night after football practice. You've shown up and you're going to shoot in the Denham Springs Junior High gym. You're going to shoot in the high school gym. Wherever you find the goal in the hoop, you're going to keep working at it, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Work on my shot a lot, and my teammates did a good job of finding me, and they got a lot of trust that I'm going to knock it down.
And that's right. You know, it's not just you. You've got your brother, Sean is going to be out there with us. Also, your younger brother, Deon Goldman. He's a freshman. We saw him a little bit the other night. We had the JV game was running real long, and so we just put some of that game on. We got to show everybody a little bit of that game. Deon was out there on the floor. But the three of y'all coming to the gym, working on ball handling drills, working on shot selection, just working on knocking down, free throws, jump shots, whatever it may be. And so I know y'all really enjoy that time together. Just that's the way you guys bond, just as you working on your game at the same time.
Yes, sir. Us and our other little brother, we all go to the gym a lot. We all go to the football field a lot. We all do a lot of things together. And now we're starting to add my little sisters into that to come to the gym with us because they starting to play at their school as well. So, yes, sir.
And so tell me a little bit right now about, we were talking a little bit a while ago with John, we were introducing you and all, and Coach Piku, who coached you in junior high, of course, and we know him real well. And, you're a two-sport athlete here at Denham Springs High School, football, football and basketball, and then you keep up really good grades as well, though. That was never an issue with you or your brother. Y'all do a good job in the classroom. And so talk about how you're working on a sport full year round, whether it's football or it's basketball, and yet you're still keeping up with your classwork.
At nighttime, I do a lot of my work, but, a lot of days, like especially in the summer, we'll have football in the morning and go to basketball and then go to another basketball training or football training. And, it's a lot of work, but, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Because like you mentioned, you want to have a ball in your hand. Doesn't matter if it's a basketball, doesn't matter if it's a football. You want to have something that you can work on and improve your skills. Speaking of that, Coach Beard being the head football coach, and then Coach Caballero being the head basketball coach, they work really well together. I know that from the time when I was here, and Coach Caballero was a new head basketball coach here, how well he worked with, at the time, Coach Drew Nettles was the football coach, and then now Coach Cab and then Coach Beard working together, sharing players. It's not, I'll admit, there's some spots you get to where the coaches want to hog their guys, and they try to make it to where it's full year round and you really can't do another sport. But those two really try to work together, share the athletes, and it enables you guys like you and your brother to play multiple sports.
Yes, sir. They they do a good job. They two of my favorite coaches I ever had, and they're very supportive of us in our other sports as well. They don't like you said, they don't just try to hog us to one sport. They'll cheer for us. Coach Beard cheer for us in basketball, and Coach Cab cheer for us in football. So that's good to have.
It really is, and I know Coach Cab is as we get time for basketball season to start. That's right about playoff time for football, but he's not being greedy. He's right there pulling for the Jackets on the football field and wants to see you guys go as far as we can in football. And then when that finishes, says, hey, then you'll come out and join us in basketball. So we have that opportunity to have some of the better athletes like you and your brother. They're able to play multiple sports, and it's beneficial for the school as a whole. And so, well, Jean, I appreciate you hopping in and kind of a little impromptu interview right here. You didn't know you was getting ready for it, but didn't have time to get nervous. So it was good with that. But this is Deon Goldman right here, junior basketball player, junior quarterback on the football field, and we appreciate him joining us right here. And then after we take a couple breaks right here, we're going to be right back with the Yellow Jacket, with the Sporting Center Yellow Jacket warm-up.
Let's go to that screen again.
As we welcome back in, Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up. It is the Lady Jackets and the Lady Tigers of Slidell, Division I non-select 2025 girls playoffs. Here it is, Jacket Gym, Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington. Thanks for all of you being a little patient with us. We had a little power outage back at the studio where Lamine Figueroa is trying to get that back online for us. But we're right here with you still on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. As always, please hit that subscribe button for us as we keep you up to date on everything that is going on. Of course, we will be eagerly waiting to see what happens in this one. We're going to be trying to keep our eyes on the Parkway game. Mr. Robert Graves said he doesn't believe there's any live scores for that one right now, so knowing him, he'll figure out something.
He'll find a way. Mr. Robert, he may contact the AD up there at Parkway and get updates. Who knows? He's going to find a way to get us some scores.
So we will try to get that to you as well. And then, of course, looking forward, the boys, as we do know, they will play on Tuesday, March 4th. So, again, that'll be Tuesday, March 4th. The time and tip-off, we don't know exactly of that yet, but we'll stay tuned for that. We'll try to keep you up to date on that as we know it. But they do have that bye, so nice little break here for the Yellow Jackets boys side of it to, as we heard Coach Cav last week, just kind of work on some things, maybe put a new little something in here that your opponent hasn't seen. Because, you know, we talk about, I feel like we've said how familiar teams are with each other a lot, and it really is. You know, when you're in the tournaments and you're in basketball, and the way that the select and non-select is split up now, you do see a lot of teams year in and year out in the playoffs with those only 28 teams getting into it.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, it's a smaller pool to when you have the select side in one bracket and then the non-select in another, and the chances of running into a familiar opponent does happen. And you know, throughout the course of a year, teams you know, are able to scout, pass film along, trade with each other, and it's hard to come up with a new wrinkle in just 1 or 2 days. When, you know, that's something you want to be working on for a long time and have it kind of planned out and really down pat. So you pretty much go with what you've been working with all year, and teams get familiar with that, and so it really makes it hard. You know, you inbounds plays, teams kind of know where you're going. We talked about last, I think I heard, you know, we were calling out one of Prairieville's inbounds plays as soon as it was starting. Taylor Smith was right there denying the ball, and it's nothing illegal. It's nothing cheating. You just scout the other team. You know what they're going to do. You just played them recently, as the case was with Prairieville last week. And you just got to be sharper with your cuts, come harder off of those screens, and be tighter fit up against that. So just more fundamental basketball instead of being loose and lazy with it. It's easier for a defender to get in the pass lane because if they know where you're going. But at other times, if they're overplaying you a little bit, you might get to cut back door. You were supposed to come up to the three-point line. They're overplaying you. You cut back door, get a backdoor layup or something like that. So it's just a little bit more, like I said, fundamental basketball, making good cuts to get open, coming off of screens tight, not giving the defender a chance to step around it. And so little things like that go a long way when you're playing a familiar opponent.
Absolutely. And we know that, again, Slidell defeating Santa Ma in theirs. Let's see the score on that one. I have it right here in my notes. 1 second here. That was a...
Well, they pulled away and ended up winning by over 20 points.
I think it was 21 or 22.
It was about an 11, 12-point game at halftime. Santa Ma cut the lead down to 6 in the third quarter, but Slidell was able to pull away. One thing Slidell did very well, their full-court pressure got to Santa Ma. Santa Ma wasn't able to get it past midcourt safely a lot of times. 22 turnovers in the game. Slidell forced Santa Ma to 22 turnovers, so that's something tonight. Of course, the Lady Jackets want to be smart with the basketball, not give up easy layups to Slidell off of a turnover. We mentioned last game, low-scoring game between these two. Well, that means that defensively we match up with them well. Let's not give them easy buckets. If we turn it over, trying to get the ball down the court and give them an easy layup, kind of gets them some momentum going, make them have to work hard on their offensive sets to get the buckets, because last time we held them down pretty well.
Yeah, you did, and you know, or excuse me, I said you did. They did, of course, they did. But yeah, it's just always interesting this time of year when you do get into the playoffs like this, and you do have a team that's coming in. You know, Slidell's not that far to have to travel. It is a bus ride, but not where you have to get a big charter bus and go several hours away. You know, they're able to get on a school bus and come here, and they pulled up, you know, about an hour and a half or so, go to the gym. So, you know, I'm sure they probably did a few things, a little shoot around at their gym and all that. But of course, you want to come in here and get familiar with these goals and, you know, kind of get a feel for the gym.
And we mentioned that last playoff game, unlike a regular season game, You're going to shoot for about 4 or 5 minutes at halftime of the JV game, and then you get about 8 minutes between JV game and varsity. Well, that's not the case here. There's no JV game, no freshman games, no JV games. It's just a varsity game. Slidell was here at least an hour before the game, getting around, shooting arounds a little bit, just nice and easy, putting some shots up, getting used to the goals, getting used to the surroundings. So they have extra time to kind of get themselves settled in, and so that was helpful for them, that they don't just have 4 minutes of a few shots. So they're trying to get themselves familiar with the surroundings as well.
I'm sure we'll hear from Coach Rudy. Well, I know we'll hear from Coach Rudy Smith after this game, and hopefully it'll be a victorious Bank 1+ win for the Yellow Jackets. So, looking at that, curious to see what he does travel plans going up to Parkway, because he had said last week that he may want to leave on Wednesday and get hotels and get up there and not have to be on a bus all day and go play that one. And kind of what you were saying there, having that time to not have to, have the bus legs, as they call it, where you just sit there all day. And, when you're a high school kid and you're on a bus, what do you do the whole time up there?
You're sleeping, or
you're sleeping, or you're watching a movie, or there's a movie on the bus, but you're usually sleeping, and you just it doesn't keep the mind sharp on that ride up.
And it's a different routine than you're used to. Normally, you're used to being at school. You wake up at early in the morning. They have to be in class for 7:15 almost in the morning. They're going back and forth, moving around all day. Well, you take a long bus trip and you leave school at 10 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, now all of a sudden you're sleeping. It's a different feel. You're eating at a different time than your normal routine is at school, and so things get out of whack a little bit. So we talked about that last game, what the girls may do, how they may start planning for the next little bit. And as I said, the head coach and assistant coaches, they're going to have a plan that if we do win and if we do have to go to Parkway, there's going to be something back there they've been working on. They aren't going to wait completely until tomorrow to figure that out. But at the same time, they spent most of their effort getting ready for the Slidell Tigers and breaking down film of them, reviewing what we did last time, and getting ready for this game. But you had to start a little bit. That off day on Saturday probably was a chance to look into a few things.
All right, so I think we are set back at the radio station now as far as power and everything being back up and running. So we will take a timeout. When we come back, we will have you ready for tip-off here from the Jacket Gym, Division I, non-select 2025, Round 2, Regional Round, Lady Jackets, Lady Tigers of Slidell. We're back with this on the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up.
Where can you get good neighbor service and surprisingly great insurance rates? At State Farm. Because State Farm agent Brandy Robertson is your one-stop shop in Denham Springs for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop looking around. State Farm agent Brandy Robertson is ready to help. Visit betterwithbrandy.net for your surprisingly great rates today. Brandy Robertson, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual dealers will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Demco believes that championing youth programs helps pave the way for a brighter future. From building the next generation of leaders with the Youth Cooperative Ambassador Program, to giving students the chance to visit Washington, D.C. as part of the Rural Electric Youth Tour, our dedication is clear. At Demco, we power youth. Learn how you can participate at demco.org. That's demco.org.
With Bank Plus, your account is always just a tap away. Bank anywhere, anytime with free Bank Plus mobile banking. Pay bills, transfer funds, and check your account day or night with the Bank Plus mobile app. Deposit checks with the snap of a photo. Keep tabs on your account with transaction alerts. Lost your debit card? Disable it instantly from your smartphone. Then turn it back on when you find it. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Denham Springs High School broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Duke's Seafood and Steakhouse, Brandon Arishu with Smart Move Real Estate, Livingston Parish Clerk of Court Jason Harris, Hunt's Tire Pros and Car Care, Coconut Willie's Daiquiris, Machon and Associates, General Contractors, and Creighton Outpatient Clinic. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
As we welcome back in, it is the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up, getting ready for tip-off here for the Lady Yellow Jackets and the Lady Tigers of Slidell for round 2 of the 2025 playoffs. The winner moves on to the quarterfinals, 8 seed versus 9 seed. We know that Slidell coming out of District 7 5A, and they were runners-up there, and they were co-district champs.
They were co-champs with North Shore. They split head-to-head matchups.
They are 23-6 overall, and they were 7-1 in district play. Denham Springs, of course,
they played 2 rounds, where we just played 1, and North Shore and them split.
So other districts can do that?
Yeah, it's up to the coaches on what they want to do within their district, so yeah.
I like that. I mean, that's the way I prefer. But,
home and home for your district matchups.
So. Yes, that's how it should be. But anyway, we do know, obviously, Denham Springs, co-district champs with Walker in District 5 5A there. So you've got 2 co-district champs, 8 versus 9. And we're getting ready for some player intros here.
Slidell, the 9 seed, was co-champs with North Shore, who's got a 12 seed. We were co-district champs with Walker, who got a 2 seed. And so, a little bit look at maybe the Jackets had a little bit more of a tougher strength of schedule overall. They have less loss than us, but we got a higher seed. But
all right, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups here for these 2 teams. If you're sitting there looking at your screen, you can see it, but if not, I will go ahead and read these out for you. And we will start with the visiting Lady Tigers of Slidell. Starting will be number 1, a junior, Jalen Elliott. It'll be a sophomore, number 3, Siani Williams. It will be freshman, Madison Parker, wearing number 12. And then it will be junior, Peyton Robatham at number 23. And the big girl for the big center for Slidell, number 24. She's a sophomore, Trista Galien. So keep an eye on her. When she came into the gym, I was like, man, that is
first
a big
one you
girl.
noticed.
Yeah, first one you noticed, absolutely. Now, as we switch it over to the Yellow Jackets, it will be starting number 5, a freshman forward, Zariah Samir. Number 13, sophomore guard, Marley Johnson. Number 14, junior forward, Kennedy Lindsay. Number 23, a junior guard, Preya Nelson. And number 34, senior forward, Taylor Smith. That is your starting lineups here for these 2 teams as we get ready to tip it off here from the Jacket Gym. That will do it for the Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up, brought to you by Sporting Center. Proudly serving Livingston Parish since 1977. At Sporting Center, they have everything you need from athletic equipment to school uniforms. Go see Stacy Phipps, James Adam McCants, and their terrific staff over at Sporting Center. That is 205 South Range Avenue in Denham Springs. All right, teams are ready to get on the court here, and we are ready to tip this one off here. So, as we get set, go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the court.
The crowd is filing in. Got a big crowd expected. And, the later you go into the playoffs, each round, there's less people around town playing. So this is a bigger ticket. And I see some LHSA officials here, referees. Mike Summer, our good friend, we talked about last week, is here 2 weeks ago. I see people from the LHSA office are here, coaches from around the area. So big crowd today to watch the Jackets and the Tigers tip it off.
Galian and Samir are in the center circle to tip this one off, and the tip-off went out of bounds, and it will go to the Jackets. So they will have possession to start this as Smith will get it inbounded from Lindsay, and Smith will work it in between the circles now over on the far corner to Samir. Samir trying to go down low. It's going to be a turnover and then being tripped up. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Preya Nelson, her first of the night.
I just really hate to see a foul 15 seconds into the game. As mentioned in the past, you get in foul trouble, you got to sit on the bench. So we want to keep players without having to worry about that.
All right, going now with Slidell, it will be Robatham handling the ball. She's going to lose it out of bounds as she was trying to get down to Galian in the far corner. Going to be a turnover, and it will go to the Lady Jackets.
Both teams are going to give you a full court pressure and trying to, create some turnovers.
We are scoreless here, just a minute and a half underway. Taylor being pressured, ball's going to be loose, going to be stolen by Elliott. She is trying to get it down into the baseline to Williams. Williams takes it up top to Elliott. Elliott drives in. Free throw line jumper is no good, and the rebound goes to Robatham. And Slidell will reset it. It is the big center, Galian, going to drive it in the lane. Ball is loose, and it is still loose. Going to be picked up by Nelson. Nelson going quickly the other way, going for the easy layup. Up and in. Yellow Jackets 2, Slidell 0.
Taylor Smith did a good job on defense, helping out with the big post player, Galian, for Slidell. Knocked the ball away. Nelson was able to pick it up and go for the bucket.
Galian, just a sophomore for Slidell. Talking to Coach Smith before the game, he said she's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the next couple of years. There is Gillian working it from beyond the arc up top to Parker. Parker drives it in, tries to make a move. Ball is loose, will go out of bounds, and it will go to the Lady Jackets.
Good help by Marley Johnson, and that's continuation from last week. We had a lot of help on drivers coming to the goal. Marley stepped in, was able to knock the ball loose, and then it bounces off of Slidell, and the Jackets get possession.
All right, Jackets now being pressed. Lindsay will get it across the court to Smith. Smith going to pull up a three. Nails it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 5-0. Lady Jackets lead. That was a pretty shot, huh?
Yeah.
Lady Jackets pressuring, going for that trap. Now going in the corner, and it will go out of bounds. Turnover, Slidell. It will go to Denham Springs.
And the Jackets defense is forcing, that's, I believe, the third turnover for Slidell here just in the first 2 minutes of the game.
6:05 left in the first here. It's 5-0. Lady Jackets with the lead. Full court press by the Lady Tigers. Lindsay going to need it to get it across the court. It is going to be a 5-second violation, excuse me, a 10-second violation in the backcourt, and that will be a turnover. It will go to the Lady Tigers.
You know, with both teams pressuring full court like that, the team that's able to handle the ball better, least amount of turnovers, those turnovers that we saw with Prad Nelson can turn into easy buckets on the other end. So make the team score, make Slidell score if you're the Jackets on their offensive sets, and don't give them free buckets on some layups after a turnover.
Jackets playing man-to-man defense here. It was going to be ball tipped in the air, and the rebound is going to go to, well, it's going to be a foul actually on Zariah Samir, her first.
Oh, he called it on Samir. Yep. I'm sorry.
Who'd you have?
I thought he called it on Lindsay, but
yep, it was on 5.
You're right.
Samir,
he signaled 5.
Good eyes, Josh. Driving it in the lane now is Williams. She kicks it out to Parker. Parker puts up a baseline jumper. It is good. 5-2, Lady Jackets lead.
Just a freshman there, Madison Parker, and she led Slidell in points in their first round playoff game.
Up top to Lindsay. Lindsay gets it over to Smith. Smith from the top of the key gets it over to Johnson. Johnson now works it around to the top, over to Nelson. Nelson from beyond the arc on the right side, drives it from the top now. Going to step out in between the circles, drives it in the lane. She's going to lose the ball, goes out of bounds, tipped off of Nelson, and a turnover will go to Slidell.
I think Prairie got a little impatient right there. We could have just kept turning over, working the offense. She tried to drive in the middle of 3 defenders and lost control.
Lady Jackets dropping back now. There. Galian from the top gets it to Parker. Parker at the top now. Galian reaches it, and now it goes over to Robotham from the left corner. Ball is loose. Samir pressuring right there. Driving it in the lane, loses the ball momentarily. It goes to Elliott, and it is going to be a foul called on Denham Springs. It's going to be on Kennedy Lindsay. Yep.
Was really scared right there that was going to be called on Prey and give her 2, but it was not.
Inbound goes to Robotham for Slidell. She's going to drive it in the lane, and that is going to be a foul. That's going to be on Lindsay, and that should be her second one. That's a quick 2 fouls right there for Kennedy Lindsay, and Coach Rudy Smith will probably have to go to the bench here.
You know, we've got 4 fouls already here in the first 3.5 minutes. No fouls against Slidell. Slidell's probably not as deep as we are, but if we could get them in foul trouble, make them get to their bench, that'd be advantageous. But right now, it's us that's picking up early fouls, and we have to go switching out and bringing in Kalijah Henry for Kennedy Lindsay.
First free throw by Robotham is good. Second one coming up. And it is going to bounce around the rim and will drop in, and it is 5-4 Lady Jackets with a 1-point lead here with 5:25 left in the first. Full court press staying on by the Lady Tigers. It will get to Samir. Samir gets it down to Nelson, kicks it back out to Henry. Excuse me, I said Samir, that was Henry. Now Smith going to shoot a long 3, and it is nothing but net again. 8-4 Lady Jackets lead.
Great start from the outside for Taylor Smith, 2 for 2 on the 3-point shots.
Pressure by the Lady Jackets against Slidell. Ball is loose, going to be picked up, driving it baseline, and going for the layup is no good by Parker. And then Galian will go for the putback, and she will be fouled. I believe that's going to be 2.
On Samir.
On Samir, you're right.
We have got to quit fouling. Really disappointing. We had 3 girls on the ball handler for Slidell, and we weren't able to corral it, and she was able to just kind of tap it forward with one hand. to one of her teammates down on the baseline, and that led to the shot down low on the goal.
All right, so that will send Samir to the bench, and that will be checking in is Cameron Nora for the Lady Jackets. First free throw by Gillian was off the mark, no good. Here's the second one, and she will drop that one in. 8-5, Lady Jackets lead. Slidell keeping the pressure up defensively. Lady Jackets going the other way now. Henry being pressured. She's going to be trapped. Ball is going to be stolen by Williams. Williams going to take it and put it in for an easy layup. 8-7, Lady Jackets lead.
Yeah, you don't want to stop in the front court as soon as you get across half court because they're able to trap you there.
We're going to have a foul now on Slidell. That is going to be on number 1, Jalen Elliott. I believe that's her first of the night, and Slidell's first foul, team foul that is. Smith will inbound it from the sideline, gets it over to Henry, and Henry will walk it across the mid-stripe. Now over to Smith. Smith from beyond the arc on the left side. Picks it up top to Nora. Nora over in the corner to Henry. Gets it back up top to Nelson. Nelson drives it in, kicks it out, and it's going to be up top. Going to be a long three by Johnson. Off the mark, no good. Rebound goes to Henry. Henry goes underneath to Taylor Smith, who puts it up and in for 2.
Very good pass right there by Kalijah Henry. Finding Taylor Smith on the backside for the layup.
3:01 left here in the first. It is 10-7. Lady Jackets with a 3-point advantage. Pressure by the Lady Jackets. They will back it off a little bit here. Galian going to drive it in, puts it down low to Parker. Parker puts it up off the rim, no good. Rebound to Nelson, and it will be Smith now pushing it the other way. Is going to be Henry. Henry back up to Smith. Smith gets it up top to Johnson. Johnson over on the right to Nora. Nora to Nelson in the corner. Back up top to Henry, over to Smith. Smith shoots a long three, and it's off the iron. A little too strong on that one. Rebound to the Lady Tigers.
A little too strong, but it was right on line.
Ball will be out of bounds as it was loose there momentarily as it was knocked out by Priya Nelson, and it will be off of Priya Nelson, and it will go to Slidell. Williams will inbounds it, gets it to Robatham. Back over to Williams on the far side to Galian. Galian will hand it off to Williams, who's going to drive it in the lane. It is going to be a loose ball, and so deflection will go to the Yellow Jackets. Nelson was taking it all the way, and we've got a whistle down on the court. It's going to be on Brianna Robatham for the Lady Tigers. Will send Priya Nelson to the free throw stripe for 2. Nelson's first free throw is up, and it is dropped in. Make it 11-7, Lady Jackets, 2:09 left. Nelson will look in for number 2. And that one will drop in. 12-7, Lady Jackets with the lead, 2:09 left in the first. Quickly going the other way now, going to be a mid-range jumper for Williams. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound goes to Nora, and it is going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Slidell.
Cameron Nora did a good job back there on the back end of the press, forcing a jump shot and not giving up a layup.
Going to be a three-pointer now. No, it's going to be a long two-pointer by Elliott from the corner. It is no good. Quickly going the other way. Taylor Smith having a hard time holding on to it. Saved. No, not saved. Almost saved. But that was Jaden Vaughn for the Lady Jackets, who has checked in. And just a little bit too much for Taylor Smith to hold on to it there on the fast break. Minute 48 left here in the first. 12-7, Lady Jackets with the lead. Jaden Vaughn on pressure for Elliott.
Backcourt.
It is going to be a backcourt violation that will go to the Lady Jackets with a minute 40.
And just as earlier, we stopped right when we got across half court in the corner. Slidell was guilty that time. Jacqueline Elliott, and as she tried to throw back to her teammate, had no room and threw it into the backcourt.
Smith will inbound it to Henry. Henry in between the circles now, going to her right. Gets it up top to Smith. Smith looked to pull it. Now is going to go down low to Nora, who picks it off the backboard and in for 2. 14-7, Lady Jackets lead.
Good look by Taylor Smith to find Cameron Nora working through the lane and finish it off strong.
Slidell now. The scoreboard goes out momentarily. Yep, now it's kicked back in. This jacket gym, you wiggle the wire just a little too much, it will go off on you.
I think Zachary was jumping up and down over here, Zachary Williamson, when we scored, and then he knocked the wire loose.
Ball is loose, going to be tied up, going to be a jump ball, and that possession will go to the Lady Jackets with 1:09 left here in the first. 14-7 Lady Jackets with a lead. Great to have you along with us on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the web at johnfineproductions.com, and streaming live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. Please hit that subscribe button for us and keep us up to date for everything going on here. Going to be a turnover by Nelson, put up by Madison Parker for Slidell, and it is going to be a whistle on the court. It's going to be on Madison Parker as a push-off, and it will be Lady Jackets ball. Smith will inbound it to Henry. Henry back to Smith, and Smith will bring it up the court, gets it across the midcourt to Henry. Henry driving in, kicks it out to Jane Vaughn. Jane Vaughn's going to shoot a three, and it is string music here from the Jacket Gym. That is 3 3-pointers for the Lady Jackets in this opening first here, and it is 40 seconds left. Full court pressure, going to be a turnover. Jane Vaughn gets it, driving it all the way in the lane, puts it up, off the iron, no good. Put back by Henry is good, and it is 19-7. Lady Jackets with the lead. Timeout called by Slidell. We will take it with them as well. We are back after this on Lady Jackets basketball.
Since 1898, the Livingston Parish News, an award-winning media outlet, has served as the news source for our community. The Livingston Parish News is available in print and online at www.livingstonparishnews.com. For complete and comprehensive coverage of what is making news in Livingston Parish, as well as Livingston Parish sports, we have you covered. Opinions, politics, lifestyle, and the arts. No matter how big or small the story, the Livingston Parish News is your source for community news in our parish. Serving Livingston Parish for more than 120 years, it's the Livingston Parish News.
Welcome back in. It is Lady Jackets basketball. 29 seconds left here in the first. Lady Jackets come out to a 19-7 lead here. 3 3-pointers, I believe, right?
You know, we've been mentioning before the game, we thought we had more depth than they had, a deeper bench, and it's been very important for us today.
Right.
Jaden Vaughn, Kaliza Henry, and Cameron Noor coming off the bench and really helping out and maybe wearing them down a little bit at the end of this quarter as we've made a big run.
Galen was underneath the basket for Slidell. The ball is going to be loose and it will go out of bounds. So after the timeout there by Slidell, their first of the night. 4 timeouts left here for head coach Kristen Twilley of Slidell. Inbounded now with 17 seconds left. It will be inbounded from Smith over to Henry. Henry to Smith. Smith going to pull it up, and she is going to be off the back iron. No good. Rebound is going to be loose as it was almost picked up by Nelson. Now Slidell going the other way. Clock is at 3 seconds, and it will go out of bounds with just about a second left on the clock. So see what the Lady Jackets do here.
Just hoping to probably just get the inbound, no 5-second call, and just let the time run out here. But you don't want to give up a 5-second call.
Taylor Smith will be inbounding from the baseline. She will get it in to Nelson, and that will do it for the first here from the Jacket Gym. After one, it is 19-7. Lady Jackets with the lead. We are back after this. It is Lady Jackets basketball.
Personal injury?
Warrior A-Bear and On-Gel.
Auto accidents?
Warrior A-Bear and On-Gel.
Workers' compensation?
Warrior A-Bear and On-Gel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenck, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, A-Bear, and On-Gel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, A-Bear, and On-Gel.
You are our first priority at Innovative Audio. Innovative Audio offers the very best selection of mobile audio and video, window tint, and vehicle security. Innovative Audio's installation and tinting is the finest in the industry. And Innovative Audio's work comes with lifetime warranties on all audio, video, and tint installations. Most importantly, Innovative Audio specializes in serving you. You are our first priority at Innovative Audio, 1400 South Range, Denham Springs. Visit us on Facebook.
Welcome back in. Lady Jackets basketball 19-7 after we played one here from the Jacket Gym. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington, Lamine Figueroa back at the studio. Jake Williamson working the cameras. Darren Ferrente, on-site producer, and John Fine helping us out with everything else we may need as Good start right there by the Lady Jackets. Some good shooting, good defense. And it will be Slidell to start the second. Driving the baseline is Robatham. She will kick it out. She will go up top to Williams. Now it's going to be a three-pointer. Rims out. That was by Parker. And it is going to be a whistle on the court as well. That's going to be on Robatham.
No, on Gillian.
On Gillian?
I'm sorry, Gillian, yeah, on the rebound.
Okay, it was on 24.
Look, the end of that first quarter, the Lady Jackets' depth, bringing players off the bench. Senior Jaden Vaughn knocking a three-point shot down and getting another steal, leading to a layup. Kalijah Henry, Cameron Nora coming in and helping the Jackets out. Fresh legs, even though it was only the first quarter. This is some fast-paced action going back and forth.
Taylor Smith,
fresh legs at the end of that quarter helped us on that run.
Taylor Smith three-pointer from the top was off the rim, no good. Rebound to Slidell. Parker being pressured by Nelson. Going to break it down low, down on the low post. Gets it to McCoy for Slidell, and it will be kicked back out to Williams. So she's being guarded by Jaden Vaughn. Lady Jackets staying in man-to-man defense here. Ball is going to be tossed off by Parker, and the rebound is going to go to the Jackets as Vaughn will bring it down, and she gets it over to Smith. Smith now across the center line over to Vaughn. Vaughn is going to travel. It'll be a turnover, and it will go to the Lady Tigers of Slidell.
Even though you hate the turnover just bad, most of our turnovers today have been of that variety. We throw it out of bounds or it's been a travel. We still get to get back and set our defense. Only once have they got a steal and a fast break, easy layup. And as long as we can limit those easy buckets like that, we'll be in good shape.
Got a foul on the court. That's going to be on Taylor Smith. That is her first of the night. So that early little foul trouble has kind of settled down for the Lady Jackets. I'm sure Coach Smith said, I'd rather y'all not do this.
And Slidell started picking up a few fouls at the end of that quarter.
Here is a dish down low to Parker. Layup is no good. Ball is loose. Now it is going to be picked up by the Lady Jackets, and Smith quickly going the other way. Drives it in, kicks it out to Journay. Journay up to Smith. Smith trying to go down low to Nora, and it is going to be a turnover.
Good vision by Taylor Smith. Cameron Nora had her girl pinned, open lane to the goal. We just pass was a little bit out of reach.
Full court press by the Lady Jackets.
But once again, it was a dead ball out of bounds, not a fast break opportunity for Slidell.
Robatham going the other way now for Slidell. It's going to be a bad pass. She was trying to get it to Parker. It's going to be a turnover, and it will be an easy layup on the other side for Priya Nelson.
And that's what we're talking about. Jaden Vaughn got her hand on the ball and knocked it away, led to a fast break opportunity for the Jackets.
21-7 Lady Jackets with the lead. It is a pass down at the free throw to Galian. Galian somehow gets it out and gets it to Parker for Slidell. We've got a foul on the play. It's
How
going
was
to be
that two shots?
Is that on Nora?
Nora reached as the ball was on the ground, and the ref's giving two shots right here. But
Cameron Nora, first foul of the night for her.
I mean, we definitely committed the foul, but it's when we was reaching for the ball on the ground. The girl picked it up, took a step, and took a shot after the foul.
First free throw by Parker is good. It is 21-8. Lady Jackets with the lead. Second free throw upcoming for the freshman for Slidell. Fairly young team that the Slidell Lady Tigers have here tonight. Second free throw is off the mark, and it is going to be rebounded for the Lady Jackets as the ball was loose there and bodies were on the floor, but Lady Jackets able to hold on to it. And Taylor Smith will get it across the stripe, gets it over to Henry in the corner, who shoots a three, no good. Rebound goes to Nelson. Nelson kicks it out to Smith, going way down low to Nora, underneath the block, and it is up and in for two. 23-8 Lady Jackets lead, 5:28 left in the first half. Now the other way for Slidell. That is Williams in the corner, drives that baseline, makes a couple of moves, throws it up off the backboard, no good. Williams gets her own her own rebound rather. And now we've got a whistle on the court.
Jump ball. Jump ball. You said she got her own rebound. She was trying to get her own rebound. Kalijah Henry was in there fighting for the ball. Both had their hands on it. Jump ball is going to go the Jackets' way.
Yep, possession for the Lady Jackets. So as soon as we switch this one here is possession arrow will now be in favor of Slidell, but Lady Jackets will walk it up the court with Taylor Smith getting it over to Henry. Henry being pressured. Ball is up in the air as it was loose. Now over to Journay. Journay going to throw a floater up. It's off the back iron. No good. Rebound to Nelson. Nelson tries to go up, and she is going to be fouled. She will go to the free throw stripe for two. Foul's going to be on Jalen Elliott for Slidell.
And that's her second foul, so now Slidell's starting to get a little bit of foul trouble And like we've mentioned, we've rotated a lot of girls in. We have some players we're comfortable getting in the game. Slidell only goes about 6 deep. They don't want to get deep into their bench, so any foul trouble for them is major.
First free throw by Priya Nelson is going to bounce off the back iron and will hit the front, and then we'll drop in.
Kind rims in the Jacket Gym. That might not have dropped in the Hornsby Gym.
Right. They've had enough time to practice on it. They got that little bounce figured out now. Here is Nelson's second, and that one will be off the back iron. No good. Rebound goes to Galian for Slidell. 24-8, Lady Jackets with the lead as we play with 4:51 left here in the second. Slidell maybe slowing it down just a bit. Williams will work it from the top. Lady Jackets playing a little off defense here. Sitting back just a little bit. It's going to go down to Galian. Galian loses it for a moment. It's going to be picked up by Robatham as the ball was loose on the ground. A three-pointer was put up. It was no good, and now it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Slidell.
The 2 freshmen for the Lady Jackets. We've got Kalijah Henry and Kinley Journet. If that ball is bouncing on the ground, they are getting after it. They are quick and getting their hands on it. As Trista Galian, the post player, learned, she bounced it one time, and Kinley Journet was in there to knock it away.
It will be Siani Williams for Slidell now. She will kick it over to the right wing to Parker. Parker goes across the court to Galian. Surprised to not see Galian down on the post more.
Well, we've got a little bit of height that have been able to match her tonight and kind of neutralize it.
Three-pointer on the far wing beyond the arc was by Robatham, and it's no good.
Speaking of trying to get it down to Galen, we've gotten great minutes out of Cameron Norris. She's doing an excellent job matching up with her and fighting down low for position. Been really big help for her coming in the game once we had some foul trouble with Kennedy Lindsay.
Taylor Smith will go to the bench and take a breather. That will send Kimber King, the senior, in for the Lady Jackets. Journet goes down low looking for Nelson. Nelson has to go up and make a nice play on the ball there. It was just a little high for her. She goes up with some air, grabs it, puts it up and in for 2.
Slidell tried a 1-3-1 defense that time and always looking on the backside to find a backside layup against that defense.
Three-pointer on the other side by McCoy for Slidell is too strong. It's off the iron, and it will go out of bounds, and it will go to the Lady Jackets. It will be Kimber King to inbound it, and she does and gets it over to Henry.
And it looks like they got out of that immediately and went to man-to-man pressure. Yeah, didn't like the layup we were able to find out of that.
Got the freshman Henry on the floor for the Lady Jackets, and it will be Priya Nelson taking a three-pointer from beyond the arc. Front iron short. Rebound will go to Henry. Henry kicks it out to Nelson. Nelson now going to go to Journet. Journet gets it up top to King. King over to Nora in the far corner. Up to Nelson.
Make them work. Make them work on the defensive end.
Nelson going to drive it in. She's going to lose it. It will be a turnover. It goes to Parker. Parker going the other way, makes a move and puts it up and in for 2. Easy layup right there for for Parker. And we've got a timeout on the court called with 2:48. It is 26-10. Lady Jackets with the lead. And we are back after this on Lady Jackets basketball.
Peak Performance Physical Therapy has been serving the wonderful people of Livingston Parish for over 20 years now. This is Ben Wilson, Denham Springs High School, class of 98, and the much younger Stephen Wilson, class of 2003. We are honored to have the opportunity to help those in our community return to a normal way of life following injury. From the geriatric population to the young athlete, we are committed to helping you become stronger, faster, and better. So for all of your physical therapy and rehab needs, come see us at Peak Performance Physical Therapy, located in Denham Springs at 145 Aston Square, or visit our website at peakperformancephysicaltherapy.com.
If you're a small business owner in the Denham Springs area, think about everything you need to help your business succeed. You need a plan, happy customers, steady cash flow, and an insurance agent that gets you. State Farm agent Brandy Robertson runs a small business in the Denham Springs community area too, and she understands the unique needs of local business owners. She will make it easy to choose the right protection at the right price, because one thing you don't need is insurance stress. Call State Farm agent Brandy Robertson for your small business needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We welcome back in to Lady Jackets basketball. Family Radio 91.9 FM on the web at johnfineproductions.com and streaming live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. 2:43 left here in this first half. 26-10, Lady Jackets with the lead. Taylor Smith will have the ball for the Lady Jackets, working in between the circles, gets it over to King. King goes down low to Nora, who puts it up and in for a nice move right there on the assist from Kimber King.
Great pass by Kimber King.
Lady Jackets with the full court press here. Galen will have it at the top. She's going to make a bad throw to Williams in the corner. Now the Lady Jackets going to trap in that corner, but it will go out of bounds off the Lady Jackets. We'll stay with Slidell, but you know when they get down in that corner there, the Lady Jackets
here comes
like
the
a trap.
Yep. You're going to get trapped if the ball's down in the corner.
Here is the inbounds to Galen. Galen puts it up. It is no good. Rebound goes to Parker. Parker going to put it up. That's no good. Third attempt is no good. Now Taylor Smith will finally get the rebound after 3 attempts by the Lady Tigers of Slidell. Kimber King now with a mid-range jumper wide open. Front iron no good. And she will get it to Taylor Smith at the top. Smith now over to Henry. Henry going to take a long three. It is no good, off the mark, and rebound will go to Galen for Slidell, who gets it to Williams, pushing it down the court, driving it in, baseline, going to try to go up. She's going to be hit hard. She goes to the floor. It'll be 2 shots for her. Foul is going to be on Kalijah Henry for
You know,
the
you
Yellow
mentioned on that last possession 3 attempts at the goal, but 2 of them didn't get very high off the ground because Cameron Orr with 2 blocks on that possession. The first one on the big post player, Trista Galian, and then she got another one on the last attempt by Slidell. She's doing a great job. Now, she had a block just then, but Kalijah got called for a foul with the body, or Cameron would have had a 3rd block in 2 possessions.
Siani Williams' first free throw is no good. It is 28-10, Lady Jackets with the lead. Minute 38 left here in this first half. Coming up, we will hear from Caroline Taylor at the half. See how she feels about the Lady Jackets defense, only giving up 2 points so far in this second period. 4, yeah, I'm sorry.
3.
Oh, 3, yeah. You're right.
1 free throw was made.
1 free throw, that's right.
But still impressive.
Yes. I thought it was...
The point remains. It's been a great defensive quarter.
Kimber King with the ball, drives it down low in the post, and she is... Her layup was no good, and it was rebounded, and then we got to have a foul on the court. That is going to be on Henry. That is her second, so she picks up 2. And that is going to send Jet Tomplay to the court, and that will send Kimber King to the bench.
Just another player coming in. I think this might be our 11th player to enter the game. We have a deep bench and girls that Coach Smith trusts, and you know it right now.
Yep, full all hands on deck here for the Lady Jackets in this one so far. Minute left here in this first half. It is Robatham. She will shoot a 3 and drains it from beyond the arc. And it is 28-13 now. Lady Jackets going to be a turnover by the Lady Jackets. Robatham going to drive it in the lane, makes it behind the pass move, who goes to Williams, who gives it back to Robatham, and it will be a foul on the Lady Jackets. That is going to be on Marley Johnson.
We got to finish the quarter. We were up 18 with a minute left, and now Robatham hits the 3, and then a turnover that led to a layup situation, and they got a chance to cut into the lead a little bit more.
Yep, Robatham will go for the 3-point play, and, excuse me, the 2 points. I mean the 2 free throws. With 45 seconds left here, 28-14 now. Robatham's second attempt coming up. And here it is. She sends it, and it rims around, no good. And it will be Lady Jackets ball with 40 seconds left here in this first half. Smith from midcourt gets it over to Henry. Henry now being pressured, going to drive it in. She drives it in the lane, and it is going to be a whistle down on the court, and we will see who they called this one on. Going to be on Parker for Slidell. That's her second of the night. 3rd team foul for Slidell. Here's the inbounds with 26 seconds left. It is going to be Smith from the far corner. Shoots a 3 off the iron, no good. Rebound goes to Williams, and Williams is going to travel with it And that will be a nice little gift right there to the Lady Jackets.
A little gift. They had a chance to cut the lead. Now, hopefully, we can hold it here for 20 seconds and get the last shot. Where at the very least, we're up 14 at the break, or maybe get another bucket and add to that lead. Of course, Slidell's going to be aggressive on defense and trying to get a steal. It's easier said than done.
Marley Johnson will inbound it from the baseline underneath the goal, kicks it out to Henry. Henry over to Tomplay. Tomplay shoots a long two.
Foot was on the line.
Foot was just on the line, but it is 30-14, and Jet Tomplay, just a sophomore, getting in on the action here. Pressure now by the Lady Jackets as it is going to be ball deflected.
Tomplay with the steal.
Tomplay with the steal, gets it over to Smith, and it is a last-second buzzer by Johnson, and it is no good, and that will do it for this first half. 30-14, Lady Jackets with the lead, and we are back after this on Lady Jackets basketball.
Fire and water, cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro of Livingston. The #1 choice in cleanup and restoration is Serve Pro of Livingston. Whether it's water damage, fire damage, mold, storm, or construction issues, let the highly trained professionals at Serve Pro of Livingston clean and restore your property and make it like it never happened. Serve Pro of Livingston is prepared for just about anything and is open 24/7, so Serve Pro is faster to any disaster. Serve Pro of Livingston, Florida Boulevard, Denham Springs. Soon to be at the old Albertsons. Fire and water, cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro of Livingston.
Denham Springs High School broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Cypress Pharmacy, the Bee's Knees Children's Boutique, Sport Clips, Forest Grove Plantation, Motad 1 Individual Sewage Treatment System, Denham Springs KOA on Vincent Road, and L. King Company. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
For all your flooring and carpet needs, it's Floor Store Carpet One. At Floor Store Carpet One, they offer prompt, quality personal service. They'll take care of you right away. The Floor Store Carpet One has an extensive product line: wood, carpet, plastic laminate, ceramic tile, natural stone, countertops, and showers. The Floor Store Carpet One also carries luxury vinyl tile, which many customers rave about, serving the community since 1984. The Floor Store Carpet One, 1/2 mile from the Amite River Bridge on Florida in Denham Springs.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Edward Jones Financial Advisors Scott Landry and Sims White can help. Stop by their office at 179 Del Orleans. That's Scott Landry and Sims White at Edward Jones, 179 Del Orleans, right across from the post office. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
It is Lady Jackets basketball. We are at the half here from the Jacket Gym. Josh Ford alongside Caroline Taylor. It is 30-14, Lady Jackets with the lead here at the half. Nice first half right there by the Lady Jackets. Some early foul trouble, being a little aggressive on defense. I know y'all were able to make some substitutions there, but man, the depth that y'all have right now is really playing to your advantage as you are able to kind of start wearing Slidell down a little bit with how deep your bench is and able to go to that with some early foul trouble. How concerned were y'all about the early foul trouble though?
We were worried about that for a little bit, because when you get Preya or like our bigs out real quick, you've got to learn how to, replace them. But thankfully we have a good bench and solid bench, but when we put them in, we don't lose that momentum.
Nora coming in, and Garden Galian has been big. That's their big player, their big post player. I'm surprised that she hasn't been down in the post more for the first half, but I think it's the great defense that Nora's putting on her that is causing that.
Yeah, she's been awesome. We need to prepare for number 24 tonight, and Preya's just been awesome.
She has been awesome. And just talk about some of your other people coming in. You look at like a Kimber King coming in, and the great pass she made down low to Nelson and to Nora as well. So when you're able to get someone like that, that's a senior that's not used to playing, to come in, says a lot, again, about the depth of this team. Yeah, absolutely. Cameron Nora has been playing awesome, and she's coming in. She's made a great impact on the team, getting some really big rebounds. Kimber's always been a solid player. So that's big seniors coming in. Jet Tomplay coming in as a sophomore. Has some good plays right there in this first half. Yeah, she was ready for this game. Yes. She's been working on that shot, and she hit it. Anything for the second half that y'all think you need to adjust or work on, or what are y'all going to be talking about at the half coming out for the second half? Just smarter on fouls, making sure we're not, using our hands too much, being smarter on that, adjusting to the refs' calls, and then just
playing our game, moving the ball more, not making any mistakes on our own, getting rushed, and then other than that, just playing our game.
Yep, play your game. You should be good to go. All right, Caroline, get back to work. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Good to have you as always. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, Mitch will join here with me. So stay with us. We were back after this. It is Lady Jackets basketball.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts, 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends, locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Ascom Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
Personal injury?
Warrior A-Bear and On Gel.
Auto accidents?
Warrior A-Bear and On Gel.
Workers' compensation?
Warrior A-Bear and On Gel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, A-Bear, and On Gel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, A-Bear, and On Gel.
Denham Springs High School broadcasts on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Dr. Chip Bankston and Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Use Safe and Lock, Safe Voyage Tattoo, David Azar Shelter Insurance Company, Liberty Auto Sales, the law office of Ivy Graham, 5-Star Printing, now located next to Big Mike's, and Sport Clips. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
We'll get back in. It is the halftime report here. Josh Ward now alongside Mitch Covington. Got about 4 minutes till they tip this second half off. 30-14, Lady Jackets with the lead over the Slidell Lady Tigers. So, Mitch, good first half there for the Lady Jackets. Some three-pointers were falling early. Not so much in the second, but nonetheless, 30-14. What are some of the stats you got for us?
Oh, well, the big difference as we get into these stats, you'll notice that is just the depth of the Lady Jackets is really played out. We've got 11 girls that have gotten to the game, and every one of them have contributed, whether it was with assists like Kimber King coming in the game, Kinley Journet getting out there aggressive on defense, getting loose balls, or just, Jet Tomplay getting in the last minute of the first half, knocking down what was almost a three-pointer, just had her foot on the line, and another steal on top of it. Everyone is contributing. Meanwhile, Slidell really, I don't think, has put more than 6 players in the game, and it shows out on the Slidell side. Only 4 players have scored, and 2 of them combined for 3 points. You got Peyton Robotham with 6 points, and Madison Parker with 5, and then Sienna Williams and Trista Galian have 2 and 1 apiece. Whereas on the Jacket side, once again, more balance, more spread out. A lot of girls in the game and contributing. 2 points from Jet Tomplay, 2 points from Kalaja Henry, 3 points from Jaden Vaughn. Cameron Norris, really big senior Cameron Norris stepping in. Her height has been a difference. She's doing a great job down low, getting rebounds, but also getting open underneath the goal and getting some baskets with the players finding her up underneath the goal. Taylor Smith has 8 points, and then Preya Nelson is our leading scorer in the first half with 9 points.
You could just tell in that first half that these Lady Jackets came out, and before the game, Coach Smith said, we may throw some things at them defensively that they're not used to. We may switch the personnel that they think we're going to put on Galian. And, we talk about the defense that they had on her in that first half. She's been pretty quiet. And we talked about when she walked in the gym how big she is as a player. And she's the first one you notice. And they really kind of held her in check here tonight so far.
And I'm going to give Cameron Noor a lot of that credit because she entered the game very early. Kenny Lindsay picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter. Cameron Noor came in at least halfway, playing at least half of that quarter and almost all the second quarter, doing a really good job down low for the Lady Jackets.
All right, so that's how your first half kind of played out. We are going to take a timeout here. When we come back, we will be ready for second half action. It is 30-14. Lady Jackets with the lead over the Lady Slidell Tigers. Winner gets to move on to the quarterfinals, and hopefully we're on our way to a victory here tonight. So Lady Jackets continue their season with which would come up Thursday night. Going to try to get you to score that Parkway game if we can, but stay with us. We'll be back with second half action. After this, it is Yellow Jackets basketball.
Livingston Parish News, an award-winning media outlet, has served as the news source for our community. The Livingston Parish News is available in print and online at www.livingstonparishnews.com. For complete and comprehensive coverage of what is making news in Livingston Parish, as well as Livingston Parish sports, we have you covered. Opinions, politics, lifestyle, and the arts. No matter how big or small the story, the Livingston Parish News is your source for community news in our parish. Serving Livingston Parish for more than 120 years, it's the Livingston Parish News.
Where can you get good neighbor service and surprisingly great insurance rates? At State Farm. Because State Farm agent Brandy Robertson is your one-stop shop in Denham Springs for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop looking around. State Farm agent Brandy Robertson is ready to help. Visit betterwithbrandy.net for your surprisingly great rates today. Brandy Robertson, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Working back in, Lady Jackets basketball, getting ready for second half action here from the Jacket Gym on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the web at johnfineproductions.com, and streaming live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. That's all one word. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button for us, as we are happy to have you along with us here tonight as a Lady Jackets second round action, looking to head to the quarterfinals after 16 game minutes here to see what will happen. Mitch, keys to the game for the second half?
Well, we want to limit the turnovers that leads to fast break points for Slidell. They are struggling to score on offensive sets, and our turnovers, just like Taylor Smith just had right there, haven't killed us because we throw it out of bounds. We still get to set up our defense. We don't want to let them steal it and run to the other end and get a layup.
All right, so it'll be a turnover by the Lady Jackets to start this second half. And we've got a travel there by the Tigers. That is Jalen Elliott, who will turn that one over. Goes right back to Denham Springs.
Both teams pressure defense. Full court press for the Jackets. Got a turnover. They forced a turnover early on in the possession.
Just underway here. Second half action from the Jacket Gym. Taylor Smith working it in between the circles. Gets it over to Lindsay. Lindsay up top to Johnson. Johnson will go around to her left over to Nelson in the corner. Nelson up top to Samir. Samir now. Johnson drives it in, puts a floater up from the lane, and it is good. The Yellow Jackets strike first, 32-14.
And that's another Jacket player in the score column, spreading the love.
And she's just a freshman.
Sophomore from Marley.
Oh, sophomore, yeah, I'm sorry, yes. Going the other way now, it is going to be Johnson. She shoots it. It is going to be off the front of the backboard, so that will stop the clock momentarily as they will give it over to Slidell.
And then eventually this fast-paced action, because Slidell plays a lot of pressure defense too, they're going to be worn down by the end of third quarter, fourth quarter, because they don't rotate a lot of players.
Full court press by the Lady Jackets. It gets across half court. It is going to be down low to Galia now. She tries to spin around, and we do have a whistle on. All right, so the official coming in from the far side is going to say that Galian was fouled on she was going up for the layup. It's going to be on Nelson. That's her second.
I think Galian was just kind of forcing it. She just turned and had her mom made it before she called. I'm going to the goal. Preya was standing there, and because there was contact, got called, but what else could Preya do? She was ran into.
Preya's first free throw is good. Is that her first of the night? Second, yeah.
It's only Gillian's second point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gillian's second free throw is going to be good, so she'll knock them both down, and it is 32-16. Lady Jackets with the lead. Johnson gets it over to Lindsay. Lindsay now to Smith. Smith being trapped on the right in front of the scoreboard stable. It will go out of bounds.
The press Slidell runs, they try to funnel the ball to the sideline, so as soon as you get across half court, they can trap it. They want to get it on the sideline and set up that trap right when you get across half court.
Smith gets it to Lindsay, who will kick it out to Nelson beyond the arc. Nelson now from the top tries to get it over to Samir. Samir back to Nelson. Nelson drives it in the corner over to Lindsay. And Lindsay being pressured by Galian. Now to Johnson. Johnson over to Samir on the near corner.
The Jackets have shown some good patience so far. Not forcing anything, waiting to find an open player.
Johnson now to Nelson in the corner. Nelson going to drive it in, goes to the post, kicks it out to Smith. Smith's going to shoot a three. It is off the rim and rebound. It goes to Slidell. Quickly going the other way in the fast break. It is Elliott. Check that, Elliott for Slidell, and it is going to be out of bounds, and it will stay with Slidell.
We got lucky. The pass brought Elliott just a little bit out of our comfort zone, or else that would have been an easy layup.
Williams now for Slidell, kicks it over to Robatham on the far side. Now over to Parker. Parker going to shoot a three. It is going to be an air ball. Rebound goes to Elliott for Slidell. She drives it in the lane, kicks it out to the top to Williams. Now over to Robatham, who shoots a three. It is off the mark. Rebound goes to Samir. Samir gets it to Smith as they try to clear it out with the full court press coming. Now across the center stripe, it is going to be Smith taking it all the way, kicks it out to Johnson, who hits a three. Kennedy Lindsay, sorry, check that. Kennedy Lindsay, and is it a two? Yep. Another long two. There's going to be a turnover. It is going to be Lindsay. Lindsay gets it for the Yellow Jackets as they lead it with 5:04 left in the third. That is going to be Brian Nelson. It is going to be a mid-range jumper from the baseline, no good. Rebound goes to Slidell, and Slidell going the other way now is Parker, drives it in the lane, creates some contact against Lindsay. Is that her third?
Going to be her third.
Yep.
She's either got to try and take the charge or really kind of give some room and let the shot go. She reached out to try and knock the ball away at the last moment, going to pick up that foul.
That will be Parker at the free throw line for Slidell. Her first one hits the back of iron and is a little too much on that one, and that sends Gailey into the bench. And checking in is McCoy for Slidell. Also checking in is Henry for Denham Springs, as it will send Kennedy Lindsay to the bench with those three fouls. Second free throw is going to be off the front iron. That one is short. First one too strong. Second one short, but the rebound goes to Slidell. That is Robatham, and she is going to be...
And we knocked it out of bounds.
Knocked out of bounds, yeah, and it will be staying with Slidell. 4:45 left here in the third. The Yellow Jackets 34, Slidell 16. And across the center stripe. Dangerous right there was Robatham as she was towing that line. Gets it over to McCoy. McCoy's going to turn the ball over. Samir has it. Samir going to get, ball is going to be deflected by Williams. Now the Yellow Jackets going to keep it. Priya Nelson taking it all the way. It is going to be no good. They're going to call it on Nelson.
She wasn't set. I mean, sorry, I disagree. The girl wasn't set.
All right, so that's her third. So
I mean, and that's the killer because that's the third foul.
Yep.
And she wasn't set, though.
Mitch, I'm going to take it that you don't like that call. I mean, I think you're right. I don't think she was set.
I mean, Slidell was able to just bull their way to the goal and call a foul on us a while ago, and that girl definitely wasn't set to take that charge.
Unable to handle it on the far side is Robatham, and it will be a turnover by Slidell, and it will go to the Lady Jackets. So a little bit of foul trouble now with Kennedy Lindsay with three and Priya Nelson with three as well. Samir will get it from Smith on the inbounds. Samir now over to Johnson. Johnson to Nora, who has checked in for Nelson. Taylor Smith going to shoot a long two. It is going to be off the iron, no good. Rebound will go to the Lady Jackets as Marley Johnson able to get it. And now we're going to have a whistle called, some aggressiveness and some maybe some frustration right there by Slidell. That was against Siani Williams for Slidell.
I think Siani Williams had the rebound, but Marley Johnson was able to steal it out of her hands before she was able to put the ball on the ground. And then a little bit of frustration by Williams going for a steal herself, trying to get it back and picked up the foul.
34-16. Lady Jackets with the lead here. Inbounds will be to Johnson, and a little too much there on that one. It will go out of bounds, and it will be Slidell ball.
Keep looking at a chance for the Lady Jackets to really put some distance between themselves and open up a huge lead, because we're holding Slidell on their offensive end pretty darn well. We're just not able to get the points this quarter.
Making a move under the basket was Parker. She goes up and she gets the rebound and then goes up the second time, and that's where she will be fouled. And that will send her to the free throw line. That is going to be Marley Johnson, just her second foul so far. Parker's first free throw is up. No good.
After making her first free throw of the game, Madison Parker has now missed 4 in a row.
Madison Parker, second free throw upcoming. Here is the second one. That one will be string music. And it is 34-17. Lady Jackets now being full court pressed by Slidell. Returns and a turnover. Going for the layup is Parker. And it is going to be a jump ball. You're starting to see some frustration there by Slidell and some aggressiveness under the basket. Is it a jump? Did they call a jump ball?
They call a jump ball, yes.
Okay, yeah. Possession arrow is with Slidell. Looked like just a little bit of chippiness there. Referee stepped in pretty quickly, it seemed. Inbound goes to Parker. Parker going to drive it in the lane. She's going to lose it. On the rebound, on the loose ball is McCoy. McCoy gets it up to Elliott. Elliott being pressure now. Ball is going to be foul on Denham Springs. That's going to, Williams is trying to work around.
And they're going to be shooting free throws, but that's kind of why I was shaking my head a little bit earlier. They reach and grab just as much when we're dribbling the ball up the floor as we do. We're sitting at 5 fouls in this quarter, and they have 1.
That'll be on Journey.
I mean, but when we're dribbling the ball up the floor, there's just as much pressure and hand slapping going on as we do on the defensive end.
Williams' first free throw is good. Second free throw is on the way. It is off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Samir. Samir tries to get it to Smith. It is a loose ball, and Lady Jackets will retain it. And Smith being pressured is finally going to get it across half court. She gets it to Samir, going down low, looking for Nora. Whistle on the court. Going to be out of bounds on Slidell. Substitutions coming in. That will be Trista Galian checking in for Alyssa McCoy. Inbound underneath the basket is Journey. Journey gets it to Henry. And there's going to be a foul on the court. That's going to be on Robatham, I believe. Yep.
All in all, the Jackets haven't scored but 4 points this quarter. But same thing on the defensive end. Slidell only has 4. So if you go into halftime with a 16-point lead and they aren't allowed to cut in 2 in the third quarter, you got to feel good about that. I just keep thinking it's a chance for us to pull away right here as long as we're getting stops on the other end.
34-18 Lady Jackets. It is going to be a foul on, I think they called that on
Sierra Williams. Sienna Williams.
That's her second.
And that's what I was mentioning. They put as much pressure on the ball as we, I'm not saying we weren't necessarily fouling, but they've been called for just very few fouls at times.
Smith will inbound it, gets it over to Henry in the backcourt, who will now cross the center stripe and gets it over to Journey. Journey now to Henry. Henry going to kick it out to Smith for a three-pointer, and a little kiss off the backboard, and the three-pointer is good. I mean, just a touch off that square. And here is a bad pass by Slidell. That was Galian trying to get it to Robatham, and it's a turnover.
And when you're struggling for buckets, sometimes just one good shot like that can loosen everybody up. Taylor Smith started the game with 2 big three-pointers and got us going. That three-pointer might open up the bucket again for us and get the girls some confidence on their shots.
37-18, Lady Jackets with the lead. 2:20 left here in the third. Smith going to drive it in. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Nora. The putback by Samir is no good. Ball is now on the court. It is loose. Smith is going to get it, and we've got a timeout call. Coach Rudy Smith gets the timeout as they still had possession. So with 2:07 left here in the third, the Yellow Jackets taking a timeout. We will take it with them as well. 30-second timeout. We're back after this. It's Lady Jackets basketball.
Your local sporting goods store in Livingston Parish for over 40 years is Sportin' Center. Sportin' Center has all of your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. Plus, Sportin' Center has all of your brand names like Adidas and Russell Athletic. And Sportin' Center offers one-on-one customer service. Sportin' Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, and laser engraving. And they can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs. Sportin' Center, 205 South Range in Denham Springs.
As we welcome back into the Jacket Gym for Lady Jackets basketball, second round of the 2025 Division I non-select girls playoffs. Winner will advance to the quarterfinals here. Josh Ward alongside Mitch Covington, Zachary Williamson, Darren Ferrente, Lamine Figueroa back at the studio, John Fine and Hells with us as well. Great to have you all with us for this one. It's been an exciting one so far. As Lady Jackets with a 37-18 lead right now and 2 minutes left here in the third. Taylor Smith is going to be pressured. Ball is loose. It is going to be picked up by Williams for Slidell. Gets it over to Elliott. Elliott now will get it to Parker. Parker drives it in the lane, going up, and she will be fouled, and she will go to the free throw strike for two. See who this one's on. That's going to be on Kinley Journet. And it will be 2 free throws upcoming for Slidell. Of course, as always, we come to you on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the web at johnfineproductions.com, and streaming live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, all one word. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right there underneath your screen for us. We would certainly appreciate it. First free throw by Parker was no good.
At the risk of whining, I do want to point out, this is Slidell's 20th free throw. The Lady Jackets have shot 4.
Second free throw is no good, and we've got a lane. Nope, going to be a push, actually.
Push
over the back. Jalen Elliott for Slidell. She's a junior. She will be called for that one. That's her third of the night. Wow.
Yep. Like I say, if they ever got in any foul trouble, they'd be in big trouble because they're not very deep with their bench, but they've been able to spread out the fouls that have been called. It's first player for them with 3.
37-18, Lady Jackets with the lead. Smith trying to get it in. She does. Gets it to Samir. Samir right back to Smith as a full court press is on by Slidell. Samir with a bad pass is going to be stolen by Slidell. Free throw line jumper by Williams is no good. Put back by Galian is good. And it is 37-20, Lady Jackets with the lead. Slidell really turning up the heat defensively here. Henry makes the move, gets through some defenders, gets it to Journet. Journet goes up for an iron, no good. Ball is loose. Journet gets it. Going to have to get it out to Smith. Smith from beyond the arc. Being pressured. Ball is going to be batted away and stolen by Williams. Williams going coast to coast with it. Puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to the Lady Jackets. That is going to be Henry. And Henry going to go the other way, getting it to Samir. Samir for the layup is no good, but she'll be fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line for her opportunity at 2.
That's going to be 3 on Peyton Rowbottom as well. Zariah Samir going to the free throw line. Will be our 5th and 6th free throw attempt of the game.
Both teams with 5 fouls now in this third. Maybe just under a minute left. First free throw by Samir. It is too strong off the back iron. I think we like the far goal better, Mitch.
Get better bounces on that end.
Samira's second free throw is up, and that one will roll around the rim. It's going to be no good. Rebound goes to Nora, and Nora will have it in the lane. Samira going to put it up. That's no good. Ball still being battered around. Ball is on the floor. It's going to be a travel called, and it will go to Slidell.
Cameron Nora in there getting after it. She has played great tonight.
All right, got Jashay Buckley checking in.
First time we've seen her tonight.
First time tonight, yeah.
Just the 7th player to enter the game for Slidell.
45 seconds left here in the third. Parker will get it over to Williams. Williams drives it in. Pressure by the Lady Jackets, and it is going to be a turnover as Henry will come up with the loose ball. And she's going to back it out with 26 seconds left in the third. Gets it over to Smith. Smith in between the circles now, goes to her left, drives it in, kicks it out to Henry. Henry with the 3, off the iron, no good. Rebound goes to Nora. Nora goes up, that's no good. Will be out of bounds off of Slidell. We'll stay with the Lady Jackets with 12.5 seconds left here in the third.
Once again, Cameron Nora in there. Great position for the offensive rebound. Comes down with it, keeps the ball alive, and the Jackets keep the ball. The Lady Jackets here with a chance to finish the quarter. 17-point lead with 12 seconds left. Hopefully we get the last shot here.
37-20, Lady Jackets with the lead. It will be Smith goes to inbound. It's going to be a bad pass on the inbounds. It goes to Parker. Parker going the other way, drives it in, puts it up for 2. It is no good. Rebound goes to Galian, who puts it up. Third attempt is going to be good by Madison Parker. And that will do it for the third, and it will finish the third here with a score of 37-22. Lady Jackets with the lead, and we will come to you for the fourth after this on the Lady Jackets basketball.
With Bank Plus, your account is always just a tap away. Bank anywhere, anytime with free Bank Plus mobile banking. Pay bills, transfer funds, and check your account day or night with the Bank Plus mobile app. Deposit checks with the snap of a photo. Keep tabs on your account with transaction alerts. Lost your debit card? Disable it instantly from your smartphone. Then turn it back on when you find it. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts, 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends, locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Ascom Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
Welcome back into Lady Jackets basketball. We are 8 minutes away from the conclusion of this one from the Jacket Gym for regional round action of the 2025 Division I non-select girls playoff. 37-22, Lady Jackets with the lead. Lady Jackets will start this fourth. Inbounding it from the far corner. It's going to be a quick turnover by the Lady Jackets and an easy put in for Robatham. And it is 37-24.
Two turnovers in a row have led to 2 layups for Slidell to cut into this lead and keep them alive in the game.
Nelson gets it over to Samir. Samir now from the baseline has to go across the court to Nelson. Nelson from the block. Spins around, loses it momentarily, gets it back, being some good defense there. She drives it baseline, loses it, gets it to Samir underneath the basket. Samir goes up. Samir will go to the free throw line for 2, and it will be, is that 4th on Robatham?
No.
Oh, it was on 24, yeah, on Galen.
Just their second.
All right, so Samir, free throw strike for 2. First one is no good. I'm telling you, Mitch, we like the other goal better for free throws. Maybe that purple curtain back there is bothering him. Second free throw by Samir. That one bounces around the rim and comes out. Rebound by the Lady Jackets is put back in by Kennedy Lindsay. It is in for 2 and the foul.
That is a huge play, if for anything, just to stop some momentum from Slidell. Slidell had cut it down to from 17 to 13 points just in the very end of the third quarter and the first play of the fourth quarter. And now Kennedy Lindsay with an offensive rebound and a putback and a chance to get an extra point on top of it.
Yep, going for the 3-point here, and that is on Galen, so she quickly now has 3 fouls. But with 7:30 left in the game, you imagine she may stick around for a little bit longer. 40-24, Lady Jackets with the lead. Slidell going the other way now. That is Elliott. Elliott to Galen, being trapped. Ball is loose. It is going to be recovered by Slidell, and going up, making the contact is Parker. Ushi puts it in. That's going to be on Nelson. That's going to be Nelson's 4th.
You can't do that when you have 3 fouls. We need Preya in the game. Give up the 2 points. It's not that big of a deal.
All right,
we need her in the game.
Yep, Preya Nelson picks up her 4th. 7:13 left in the 4th. Looks like Nora will check in for Nelson. 3-point play coming now for Parker, and it is good.
I'm glad she made that, because if she missed it, we didn't move off the line. We were standing watching. Slidell could have got another 2 points or an extra point with a putback.
All right, so it will be Lady Jackets ball. Full court press is turned on by Slidell as Lindsay was trying to get it into Johnson. It is going to be hit out of bounds by Williams, so we'll stay with the Yellow Jackets.
Slidell's getting their hands on a lot of balls right now.
Lindsay will get it into Smith. Smith immediately being pressured by Parker. Being trapped, ball is loose. Lady Jackets able to hold on to it. Now it is going to be Johnson. Johnson having to give the ball up, loses it. Now it is going to be tied up on the court between Samir and Elliott. Going to be a jump ball called, and the possession goes to Slidell. 6:57 left here in the 4th. It is 40-27, Lady Jackets with the lead. No shortage of intensity in this one,
right. Slidell is fighting, and they're working their way back in and keeping this a ball game here early in the fourth quarter.
Robatham now being pressured. She will have to arc it down. Oh, it's going to be a turnover there as unable to hold on to it. Now we've got a foul on the court. Is that going to be on Lindsay?
It's going to be on Sienna Williams. Now that's 3 quick fouls for Slidell this quarter. 2
and
from now.
Third,
we'll start shooting free throws for the rest of the quarter.
Lady Jackets get it inbounded. It is going to be to Johnson.
But they're still reaching and grabbing arms.
We got a timeout called on the court. I think Coach Rudy Smith wanted to take that one, so we will take it with them as well. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll be right back after this. It is Lady Jackets basketball.
Fire and water, cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro of Livingston. The #1 choice in cleanup and restoration is Serve Pro of Livingston. Whether it's water damage, fire damage, mold, storm, or construction issues, let the highly trained professionals at Serve Pro of Livingston clean and restore your property and make it like it never happened. Serve Pro of Livingston is prepared for just about anything and is open 24/7, so Serve Pro is faster to any disaster. Serve Pro of Livingston, Florida Boulevard, Denham Springs. Soon to be at the old Albertsons. Fire and water, cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro of Livingston.
Denham Springs High School broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Duke Seafood and Steakhouse, Brandon Arishu with Smart Move Real Estate, Livingston Parish Clerk of Court Jason Harris, Hunt's Tire Pros and Car Care, Coconut Willie's Daiquiris, Machon and Associates, General Contractors, and Triton Outpatient Clinic. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
As we welcome back in, Lady Jackets basketball, 6:41 left in this one here from the Jacket Gym. It is 40-27, Lady Jackets with the lead. So that defense for Slidell, like
they
you said,
have
they're
upped
really
the pressure. They're
getting
getting after it, trying to get steals. That's what they have to do to overcome this double-digit deficit in the fourth quarter.
It will be Lindsay. We'll get it to Samir. Samir going down low to Nora, who puts it up and in for the nice layup on the block, and it is 42-27. Lady Jackets
really
with
good
the
look
lead.
by Zariah Samir.
Quickly going the other way, throwing up a jumper from the free throw line is Williams, and there will be a foul on the court. That's going to be
Sienna
on
Williams, their first player with 4 fouls.
Yep.
Of all their starters, 4 of them had 3 or more, but that's the first one to get the 4th.
Makes it 42-27. Lady Jackets with 6:12 left in the fourth. At midcourt, ball's going to be tied up. It will be possession arrow to the Lady Jackets. I mean, I know I've said it, but give a lot of credit to Slidell with the defense that they play. They are relentless, and they are causing some of those turnovers that the Lady Jackets are having a hard time handling at times.
Now that's where we want to get it, and we want to get past half court with the ball in the middle of the floor if we can, because we have more options than we're in the corner.
Smith will get it into Nora. Nora now over to Lindsay. Lindsay from beyond the arc works it on the near side, goes towards the middle, now off to the left side to Smith. Smith is going to lose it momentarily to Elliott. Elliott's going to have it, driving down, will go, try to go underneath to Gailey, and it will be hit out of bounds by Cameron Nora. For the Lady Jackson will go to Slidell.
Great hustle to take away the layup by Cameron Nora.
Inbounds to McCoy. McCoy puts up a jumper from the free throw line. No good. Galian saves it. It goes back to Elliott as it was ping-ponged around. Elliott tries to sell the foul there. She does not, and the shot was off the mark. Rebound does go to Slidell. Driving it baseline from the block is Parker. That one's no good, and we will have a jump ball, and it will go to Slidell.
A lot of offensive putback opportunities that time for Slidell if we can limit them to 1 shot.
From underneath the basket, Robatham will inbounds it, gets it to McCoy. Now back over to Robatham. She's going to shoot a long arc 3 from beyond the arc on the far side. It is no good, and it is going to be a foul.
And we're shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way. So now Zariah Samir hasn't been knocking them down, but she's due, correct?
She is due, yes. All right, so let's see. That's going to be 4th.
Robatham is 4, so. That's where that foul trouble is going to catch up to them now in this last 5 minutes and 20.
They've got a lot of people with 3 and 4. Most of their starters. So, yeah, it is going to catch up. Samira will go to the free throw line for the first one. Knocks it down. You said she was due. Good call, bitch. Instead of the broadcaster jinx, that was the broadcaster fix. 43-27. Samir's second one. Nothing but net. Nice job right there by Zariah Samir. 44-27. Lady Jackets with the lead. 5:21 left in the fourth. We're having some fun now.
There we go.
Robath. Oh, my goodness. Hard foul by Robatham there. She will...
Thinking on Marley Johnson, I guess, trying to knock the pass away. Yeah. Yeah.
So Marley Johnson will pick up the foul. That's her third.
How are they shooting?
I guess they said she was in.
She was passing the ball. There's no way that was a shot. She's shooting a hook shot from 18 feet?
That's what they're saying. First free throw by Robatham is good. 44-28, Lady Jackets with the lead. And second free throw on the way. And it will be off the iron. Bounces around, and it is no good. Rebound goes to the Lady Jackets. That was Nora picking up the rebound.
Not the long pass across court.
To Smith, turns it over to Galian. I think Galian took an elbow or a hand to the face, so they will stop it momentarily. Okay, they're going to call it foul on Taylor Smith. Hands to the face. Yeah. Third team foul against the Lady Jackets. That is Smith's second foul of the night. That sends Johnson to the bench. And we'll send in Journée. Slidell on the other side, on the far corner. Galian gets it, and she is going to be tripped up as she goes to the floor. Foul is going to be on Journée. Fourth team foul now for the Lady Jackets, and Journée's third.
Now everybody's shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way with every foul, both teams.
Inbound quickly to McCoy. McCoy from the block goes up. It is no good. Third putback is going to be by Parker. It's no good. Fourth attempt by Slidell is no good. Ball is finally going to be grabbed by the Lady Jackets. That is going to be Kennedy Lindsay who grabs that, and it is a jump ball, and that possession arrow stays with the Lady Jackets.
Preya Nelson come back in for Cameron Nora, who Cameron has perhaps been our MVP tonight. She's done an excellent job today.
Lindsay will inbound it from the baseline, gets it over to Samir. Samir back to Lindsay, and talk about that defensive Slidell, but Lindsay able to break it there, drives it in the lane, puts it up as she goes to her left. It's no good. Rebound goes to Galian, who gives it to Elliott. Elliott now for the Lady Tigers. Goes up top, misses the mark there, but it is picked up by Robatham. Robatham now being pressured by Journée. Has to give it up top to Elliott. 4 minutes left. Elliott going to throw a long arching three. It bounces around the rim. It is no good. Rebound goes to Nelson. Nelson playing with 4 fouls, going the other way, drives it in the lane from the block, loses it, goes up, and puts it in for 2. And with a foul, she'll go to the free throw line for the free throw and the three-point play, but she's also teed up. That's going to put her out of the game, huh?
Yep. She's out. All right, so here's an interesting question.
Who shoots the free throw?
Does she shoot the free throw or no? She's out the game, so we got to bring in our best free throw shooter to sub for her. I had looked down. I didn't see what happened to get the technical foul. But, yeah, she's out the game now.
All right, so the referee at the scorer's table is saying unsportsmanlike technical foul on Preya Nelson. So, yeah, she had the 4 fouls, the technical, so I guess she will get to shoot the free throw.
She doesn't get to shoot it.
No?
They're going to have to sub somebody for her.
Look at her. She's at the free throw line. She ain't happy about it.
She will. Let's see what they rule. I'm not sure. I'll be honest, I'm not sure of the rule.
Lively student section for Lady
doesn't
Jackets.
Get to shoot the free throw. All right, now I'll admit I missed who the foul was on for Slidell. Number 1 picked up her 4th. All right, Jacqueline Elliott picked up her 4th. Kimber King's entering the game for Preya Nelson, going to shoot the free throw here.
Didn't I say we were having some fun, Mitch? Excuse me, I don't think Coach Rudy is thinking it's too fun with that. 46-28, Lady Jackets with the lead. Kimber King will go to the free throw line, and she will miss the free throw, and Preya Nelson is out. And
now Slidell gets to shoot free throws.
Oh, yeah, for the technical on Preya.
I don't know if it's 1 or 2 on a player.
Thank you all. Thank you everyone who is joining us again on Family Radio 91.9 FM on the web at johnfineproductions.com and streaming live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. First free throw by Robotham is no good. Again, if you are watching on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, great to have you along there as well. But please hit that subscribe button for us. We certainly appreciate it. Second free throw by Robotham is good, and it is 46-29. Lady Jackets with the lead, and the ball will stay with Slidell. Elliott will inbound it from the mid-stripe on the far side. Gets it in to Robotham. Gets it back over to Elliott. Elliott being pressured. And it's going to be that trap in the corner. It goes to Samir. Samir gets it over to Smith. Trying to go down low to Henry. That is going to be deflected out of bounds by Slidell.
Good job by Robotham to get back and defend that pass.
3:47 left here in the fourth. It will be Smith inbounding from the far corner on the baseline. Gets it into Samir. Trying to get it right back to Smith, being pressured there. Smith just going to shoot it from three-point range from that corner on the far side. That is no good, and then it will be out of bounds on Slidell underneath the basket.
Kennedy Lindsay in there fighting for the rebound. We've missed her a lot tonight. She's been out in foul trouble, but she's got some fresh legs in there and getting after the ball.
Journay trying to get it inbounds it to Kimber King, or attempts to rather. King unable to hold on to it. It will go out of bounds, turnover, and it goes to Slidell. 46-29, Lady Jackets with the lead. Going the other way now, quickly putting up a three is Siani Williams, and it is 46-32, Lady Jackets with the lead. Journay now with the ball, gets across the center stripe, and she is going to lose the ball momentarily, and then she is going to pick up a foul.
And the worst possible thing, we're going to stop the clock, send them to the ball's in the backcourt. It's going to take them at least 15 seconds or so to get down there and get a shot up, and we're going to get them to the free throw line. Clock not moving.
Journay has now picked up her fourth foul, and it will be free throw line for Elliott for the Lady Tigers. 3:17 left here in the fourth. First free throw by Elliott is up off the back iron, and that one will be just a little too strong there by Elliott. Second attempt coming up. She will look in, takes a bounce. Free throw is up, makes that one, and it is 46-33. Lady Jackets now, it will be Journay to Lindsay. Lindsay over to Smith. Smith being pressured, being trapped at the center stripe. Gets it over to Lindsay. Lindsay will get it to Samir. Samir tries to go down low to King, and it will be...
There was a lot of contact in that trap at half court against Taylor Smith.
So it's out of bounds on Slidell. Will be Lady Jackets ball. It'll be Taylor Smith to inbounds from the baseline underneath the goal. Gets it to King. King from beyond the arc. Gets it over to Smith again. Will be hit out of bounds by Parker for Slidell, and it will stay with Denham Springs. Now from in front of her own bench is Taylor Smith on the side. Gets it to Henry. Henry drives it in. Kicks it out to Lindsay. Lindsay from the top. Now works it over to the right. Back up to the top. Gets it over to Henry. Henry drives it in. Kicks it out to King in the corner. King back over to Henry.
Kimber did a good job of getting out of that corner and not letting the second defender get there to trap her.
Yellow Jackets using up some clock here, moving the ball around. Gets it to Smith. Smith over to Henry, and Henry is going to be fouled. That's her fifth. Robotham is out of the game.
There you go. They got impatient. And then their best player, Robotham, goes out there and reaches for a steal. There's her fifth, and she's out. Really big for the Jackets' chances because she's one that has a chance to bring them back with a couple of three-point shots. If we can just do a good job at the free throw line this last 2.5 minutes right here.
Henry will go to the free throw stripe. First one off the front, then hits the back, and will roll in for a good free throw. 47-33. Second free throw is up. Takes the same little front to back roll, and it drops in, and it is 48-33. Lady Jackets with the lead. 2:24 left in the fourth. 2 players, 1 for either team. That is Nelson, who is on the bench out of this one, and now Brianna Robatham for Slidell. Timeout called by Slidell. We will take it with them as well. 48-33, Lady Jackets with the lead. We are back after this. It is Lady Jackets basketball.
All your flooring and carpet needs, it's Floor Store Carpet One. At Floor Store Carpet One, they offer prompt, quality personal service. They'll take care of you right away. The Floor Store Carpet One has an extensive product line: wood, carpet, plastic laminate, ceramic tile, natural stone, countertops, and showers. The Floor Store Carpet One also carries luxury vinyl tile, which many customers rave about, serving the community since 1984. The Floor Store Carpet One, 1/2 mile from the Amite River Bridge on Florida in Denham Springs.
Working back into Lady Jackets basketball. It is 48-33, Lady Jackets with the lead here. There's 2:14 left in the fourth, and it will be Slidell ball after the quick 30-second timeout right there by head coach Kristen Twilley of the Lady Tigers. Inbounding is McCoy. McCoy gets it to Galian. Galian over to Elliott, who shoots a 3 from the corner. It bounces up and then will fall in. Three-pointer is good with a lucky bounce right there off the rim. I'm telling you, Mitch, that rim on the far side is the better one.
Yeah, all right. Taylor Smith has been getting beat up when she has the ball and they come on the press all night long. She finally gets a call to go her way to get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Very physical game here that we've seen so far, Mitch.
I've seen her body language. She's been looking for that call all second half. Just now got it for the first time.
Alyssa McCoy on the foul for Slidell. That is her first of the night. It is the 6th team foul for the Lady Tigers, and it will be Taylor Smith at the free throw line. Nice bounce on that one, and that drops in.
We found something by hitting that front rim. Let it bounce back with a soft kiss on the glass and right back in.
Second one is nothing but bottom of the net. 2 free throws good right there by Taylor Smith. It is 50-36, the Lady Jackets with the lead. Galia now will take a mid-range jumper. That's going to be short on the front iron. Rebound goes to the Lady Jackets. That is Lindsay. Lindsay being trapped, and it is going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow to Slidell.
I mean, no comment. You got to have your hands on the ball. You can't be grabbing the player's arm. That's not a jump ball. It's a foul.
Here's the inbound. Here's a long 3 by Williams. It is no good. Rebound goes to Taylor Smith. Smith now gets it over to Kimber King, who is going to be hit. Whoa, my goodness. As they are tied up there, and King is going to step away, and going to be a jump ball. And it will go to the Lady Jackets. Tell you what, it is getting physical. I said it's about the most physical game I've seen thus far.
Yes.
Smith will inbound it near the mid-center stripe on the far side. Gets it to Williams. Williams being pressured in the backcourt. It was Henry with the ball.
Yeah.
Yep. She was being pressured by Williams, rather. Henry going to drive it in, kicks it out to King. It will go out to Lindsay. Lindsay now being double teamed, gets it over to Smith on the far side. We've got 1:14 left. From the corner is Samir. Gets it over to Lindsay. Lindsay now over to Henry, who is over to Lindsay. As we're just about to hit the 1 minute mark, and it is officially 1 minute left in the game. And they are going to start fouling now, and it will be going to the free throw line is Kennedy Lindsay.
That was an excellent possession. We killed about 25 seconds or so, and that's where our experience pays off. Kennedy Lindsay, Taylor Smith, and Kimber King, a senior, have done a really good job of moving the ball, not allowing themselves to get trapped. Kennedy Lindsay one time on a long pass went to meet the ball, didn't just stand and wait for it, went to meet it and make sure we got possession of it and didn't let Slidell knock it away. Very good possession right there.
So Jalen Elliott will foul out for Slidell. So that's 2 of their best players are now on the bench for the remainder of this 58 seconds. Checks in Rachel Holgerson, a senior for Slidell, to come in and finish this one out. Lindsay from the free throw line. First one is, don't need the little lucky bounce on that one. She just hit the net. Free throw is good, 51-36, Lady Jackets lead. Second free throw is up. Got a nice touch on that one. 2 free throws are good. It is 52-36. The Lady Jackets lead. Slidell now On the other side, it is going to be Williams. Williams being pressured is going to be stolen by Jane Vaughn. Jane Vaughn taking it into the lane. It is going to be stolen by Williams, and it will go out of bounds on Williams. She was falling down and unable to kick that one out. That will also send Gailey in to the bench, and checking in for her is Buckley. That wasn't a foul, was it? No, okay.
No, just out of bounds.
Now underneath, Samira gets the inbounds, and she puts it up and in for two. It is 54-36. Lady Jackets now with a comfortable lead with 37 seconds left in the game. Long three-pointer by Williams is off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Jaden Vaughn. Vaughn gets it over to Lindsay. Lindsay now to Smith. Smith back to Lindsay, and Lindsay will walk it up the court. Gets it across the center stripe, and the Lady Jackets will play keep away now, waiting for the foul.
Rob went backcourt.
Did they do back? Yes, my goodness. Samira came around to try to get it.
Lindsay doesn't realize she's about to get a 5-second call. Zariah was smart with that, but she can't be on the backcourt.
Yes, correct.
Kennedy was just trying to hold the ball, but there was a
Turnover by the
count
Lady
going.
Jackets, a three-pointer thrown up by Parker. It is off the rim, and rebound goes to Jaden Vaughn. There's 7 seconds now on the clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We will clear it out, and that will be the final. That is a Yellow Jackets win. The Jackets win. And remember, you can win by visiting Bank Plus for all of your personal and business financial needs. That is Bank Plus, 822 South Range Avenue in Denham Springs. 54-36, the final here from the Jacket Gym. The Lady Yellow Jackets are headed to the quarterfinals. We will wait to see who the opponent is, either Parkway or Thibodaux, but it'll be a Thursday night contest, and we will take a timeout. When we come back, we will start to wrap it up here on a post-game wrap-up from the Jacket Gym. It is Lady Jackets basketball.
If you're a small business owner in the Denham Springs area, think about everything you need to help your business succeed. You need a plan, happy customers, steady cash flow, and an insurance agent that gets you. State Farm agent Brandy Robertson runs a small business in the Denham Springs community area too, and she understands the unique needs of local business owners. She will make it easy to choose the right protection at the right price, because one thing you don't need is insurance stress. Call State Farm agent Brandy Robertson for your small business needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Peak Performance Physical Therapy is excited to announce the opening of our newest clinic location in Watson. We are located at 32871 Highway 16 at the corner of Amy Church Road and Highway 16. And don't forget about our Denham Springs Clinic located at 145 Aspen Square next to Spectrum Fitness Club. At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete and everyone.
Demco believes that championing youth programs helps pave the way for a brighter future. From building the next generation of leaders with the Youth Cooperative Ambassador Program to giving students the chance to visit Washington, D.C. as part of the Rural Electric Youth Tour, our dedication is clear. At Demco, we power youth. Learn how you can participate at demco.org. That's demco.org.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Hebert, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Hebert, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Hebert, and Angel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Hebert, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, Hebert, and Angel.
As we're looking back in to Lady Jackets basketball, it is 54-36, the final here from the Jacket Gym, as the Yellow Jackets will move on to the quarterfinals. And Mitch, as we get set here for the post-game wrap-up, very physical game there by both teams, but yeah, towards the end there it got real chippy and some frustration, no doubt, as your season's coming to an end. Your best players are going to the bench, so it gets a little.
It's easy for that to happen at the end of the game. There's a little bit of frustration from girls that are losing, and it might be their last game, but also they're going to trap and they're going to try and get steals, and they're still playing it out, so they go after the ball hard, and there's contact, and sometimes a little bit of frustration happens in some spots, both sides a little bit, because someone with the ball may feel they got bumped pretty hard, and then The other side is just trying to go after the ball and make a play, trying to make a comeback. So the referees did a good job of keeping everything clean and keeping all the girls, straight as it needed to be. Just a good, hard-fought game by both teams. Defensive effort. Both teams get after it on the defensive end. It really takes a lot of concentration to keep possession of the basketball. Turnovers tonight from both sides is not going to be anything to be proud of. There's going to be a ton of turnovers from both sides. However, at the end of the day, the Jackets were able to limit the turnovers that led to easy layups on the other end and forced Slidell to score a lot of points out of their regular sets on offense, and that was a big difference for the Lady Jackets.
All right, so as we it just I know some of the turnovers, the pressure that Slidell put on Denham Springs caused some little bit of created those turnovers, and good job by them. But 54-36, the score here is going to I don't know if it's going to be surprising or not. Just looking at what we expected coming into this one, but a nice win by the Lady Jackets and getting to move on to the quarterfinals. We've been unable to find a score of that Parkway game yet. There hasn't been any updates, and Mr. Robert Graves didn't have any updates for it yet. So, as we assume the 1 seed Parkway, who's a really good team, would win that one, but you just never know.
Parkway, the defending state champion, still has a 1 seed right now. That's a team that we did play earlier in the year, and so we'll talk about that later on if that's who we play if we end up having to prepare for that. But, Slidell, they do a good job in that press, and they force you into traps, and they force us to try and make a lot of long passes across court, and they're quick and they're fast, and they're going to get there and get the hands on the ball. But we did a good job after turnovers of getting back on defense and limited them to the runouts, and then did a good job. The fourth quarter came about at the free throw line, really. Just looking at it right now, but 2 for 4. That's going to be 5 for 7. 5 for 7. Make that 9 for 11. 9 for 12 in the fourth quarter, 75%. That's correct, 75%?
Yeah,
never mind. I got to go with that. So I said it so quickly, I had to start second-guessing myself at the end, but that's a pretty good job of closing out the basketball game. Because really, you mentioned maybe a little bit of surprise. I think the score was a surprise, the separation. We expected a close game, and we expected down to the wire. The Jackets opened a 12-point lead at the end of the first quarter and stayed double digits the whole time. Slidell cut it back to 12 for a brief moment with about 2.5 minutes left in the game, but then the Jackets were able to pull away and get that separation they needed. So just the way that the Jackets held that double-digit lead all game would have been the surprising part. But excellent job by the ladies. Excellent job as a team effort. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Just all the girls that contributed, such a big difference. And then just special shout out right now, Cameron Norris. She played a fantastic game. She came off the bench as Nelson and Kennedy Lindsay got in a little bit of foul trouble early on. She came off the bench and played super. She didn't just hold ground. She was making a difference out there on the court. I thought she did a fantastic job tonight.
Absolutely. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we will be with head coach Rudy Smith. Stay with us. We are back after this with more of the Yellow Jackets wrap-up. 54-36, the final here from the Jacket Gym. Back with Coach Rudy Smith. After this timeout, it is Lady Jackets basketball.
Denham Springs High School broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision are brought to you in part by Cypress Pharmacy, the Bee's Knees Children's Boutique, Sport Clips, Forest Grove Plantation, Motad 1 Individual Sewage Treatment System, Denham Springs KOA on Vincent Road, and L. King Company. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
No pain, no gain might apply to football, but not your teeth. If you have toothache pain, gain relief with Dr. Michael Sharola. Emergencies are seen the same day. Dr. Sharola and his staff treat all phases of dentistry, including Zoom whitening procedures. Michael Sharola was an all-state Denham football and baseball player, and you'll feel all-world by visiting him. Call 665-3100 or visit Dr. Sharola in Watson next to the post office.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Edward Jones Financial Advisors Scott Landry and Sims White can help. Stop by their office at 179 Del Orleans. That's Scott Landry and Sims White at Edward Jones, 179 Del Orleans, right across from the post office. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill has it going on. Big Mike's has burgers, steaks, seafood, pizza, salad, sides, and desserts, 37 TVs, and Big Mike's is open late after the games. Live music on the weekends, locally owned and operated by Denham Springs High School graduate Big Mike O'Neill. Check out the Denham Springs Athletics Hall of Fame at Big Mike's. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill, 123 Aspen Square in Denham, or delivery through Waiter or Grubhub.
Your local sporting goods store in Livingston Parish for over 40 years is Sporting Center. Sporting Center has all of your Denham Springs and surrounding school shirts, caps, clothing, and fan gear. Plus, Sporting Center has all of your brand names like Adidas and Russell Athletic. And Sporting Center offers one-on-one customer service. Sporting Center does in-house monogramming, screen printing, and laser engraving. And they can handle all of your advertising, promotional, and sign shop needs. Sporting Center, 205 South Range in Denham Springs.
As we welcome you to the post-game wrap-up here from the Jacket Gym, 54-36, the final. Lady Jackets over the Slidell Lady Tigers, and they will move on to the quarterfinals. Josh Ward now joined by head coach of Lady Jackets, Coach Rudy Smith. Coach, congratulations. Getting to the quarterfinals is a great feat, as always. It's a place that y'all are used to and expect to be at, but sure. I know with a team like this and how young y'all kind of were in the season to get to this point, you got to be awfully proud of this team.
I am. The effort, the team, like I said last game, the camaraderie between the team, the way everybody is ready to step up and fill in for whatever situation it takes. Really love this little team we got.
Talk about Cameron Nora. What a night she had, huh?
Yeah,
My
she
goodness.
got the what we call the Gata belt. She got after this, the belt, kind of the player of the game. I don't know her stats as far as Parkway.
Parkway won 57-17.
Okay,
we just got that final.
Good. That's what we got. That's what we got. But anyway, Cameron Nora, just along. She did so many things. She did so many things. How many points did she end up with here? I know she had a couple of good 8 points. Unbelievable blocking out and rebounding. Had to be up there with out rebounding just about everybody. But she came in a role where usually she comes in for 2 to 3 minutes, where she had to play big minutes because we got into some foul trouble. And heck, we didn't take a step back. We might have taken a step forward with her in there, you know.
I tell you, your off the bench was amazing here tonight. And we've always talked about the depth that you do have, and you know that's the one advantage you had over Slidell. They had a short bench here tonight, and they got into foul trouble late in the game, and it really saw the frustration of their part coming out there. It got pretty physical and choppy there towards the end, but frustration starts to set in. You see your season coming to an end, and your 2 best players are on the bench. You know, those things happen. I think the officials did a fairly good job of keeping it pretty tame. Yeah. What was the deal with Priya Nelson's text?
I think she had made a comment. I think just a little frustration because she was one of those. She just never could kind of get into rhythm. You know, every time she would start to get in a little rhythm, another foul. Yeah. And she spent more time on the bench tonight than she did on the floor. So when she finally broke out and got that finish, I think she said something. And she was a little frustrated with whatever, but she was really apologetic. When we got in the locker room, she really wanted to be out there. So that just happened to be her 5th foul. So
a couple of seniors came in for you. Jaden Vaughn and Kimber King both came in and had some good moments for you. Sure. I mean, it's just so great when you can have that many people and when you get that little bit of foul trouble. That's what we talked about last week. When you do have that deep bench, these things do happen in the playoffs where you have officiating crews that you're not quite used to. You don't know them that well, and you kind of have to figure out how they're calling the game as it goes on. So that early trouble y'all got into, I mean, just kudos to the bench for what y'all were able to do in that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. And, we just have that special mixture of experience with youth. You know, we've kind of got a little bit of all of it. And we do a good job of getting a lot of these girls in, and we've been doing that and preparing them for this situation right here. And I did want to bring up one more thing, because somebody made a comment on here a couple weeks ago and said, do y'all even practice free throws? And it got me so, not mad at you, but mad at myself that we were shooting so bad. I thought I think we're steadily getting better at free throws, but tonight I think I counted 9 out of 12 there in that fourth quarter when they started hacking us. So I was really proud of the girls to come in and hit their free throws, because that's kind of been a mental block for us this year.
We've kind of found that the goal on the far side of the gym here has a better role when it comes to free throws.
Gotcha.
But towards the second here in the fourth, this one ended up starting to figure out that little one front bounce, back bounce, and in. So
that's
right. Coach, I mean, just looking at this one overall, how do you feel about this one? I think, as physical as this one got, maybe not such a bad thing when you're going to play a team like Parkway to kind of know what you're going to be stepping into next year. Number one team in the state, back-to-back defending champs. They're going for their third. Obviously, a heck of a task in front of you with going to Parkway. Are you able to share your travel plans with us? What the Lady Jackets are going to do as y'all get ready to go up to Shreveport?
I can tell you my plans. I don't know if they're going to come through, but my plan is to get in here and practice Wednesday. Well, we're going to practice tomorrow. Right. And then Wednesday, we're going to practice early, maybe feed them, and then practice right after lunch, get them out of class and practice them. Then we're going to load up on the bus, and we're going to head out there Wednesday. Try to figure out a gym we can go practice at for Thursday morning. We're going to get in the hotel and relax Wednesday night, enjoy it. We got to the quarterfinals here 2 years in a row, so it's a nice accomplishment. So we're going to enjoy it, but it is a business trip, and we've got some redemption, I guess that's the word. We owe them.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm not saying we can beat them or we're going to beat them, but we're going to give them everything we got.
And y'all had played early in the season.
We did.
That's the one thing we had talked about, even with playing Slidell early in the season. When you're playing teams in December, when you get to this point, it's completely different. Everyone's going through a different season, your district and all that. So no doubt we'll be looking forward to it. There's going to be a Thursday game for that one. It will be at Parkway, 51-17 winner, and that one over Thibodeau for Parkway. So as we get ready to wrap it up here, Coach, just want to tell you thank you for your time. It's been a fun ride so far, and we're looking forward to making the trip up to Shreveport. You'll be a day earlier than we will. Okay. We'll see you there. That's head coach of the Lady Jackets, Rudy Smith. 54-36, the final here from the Jacket Gym. We are back after this on the Lady Jackets basketball.
Personal injury?
Boyer, Hebert, and Angel.
Auto accidents?
Boyer, Hebert, and Angel.
Workers' compensation?
Boyer, Hebert, and Angel.
One law firm can handle all of your legal needs, and you don't have to fight big city traffic to find them. Mark Boyer, Dominic Amato, Lucas Schenk, and Allison Costanza have a team of 12 attorneys ready to assist you. The lawyers at Boyer, Hebert, and Angel have invaluable experience that allows them to provide expert legal counsel that's professional, prompt, and productive. Small town values, big city results. Boyer, Hebert, and Angel.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Denham Springs High School broadcasts on Family Radio 91.9 FM, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision, are brought to you in part by Dr. Chip Bankston and Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Use Safe and Lock, Safe Voyage Tattoo, David Azar Shelter Insurance Company, Liberty Auto Sales, the law office of Ivy Graham, 5-Star Printing, now located next to Big Mike's, and Sport Clips. We thank you for your support and patronage of these local businesses.
For all your flooring and carpet needs, it's Floor Store Carpet One. At Floor Store Carpet One, they offer prompt, quality personal service. They'll take care of you right away. The Floor Store Carpet One has an extensive product line: wood, carpet, plastic laminate, ceramic tile, natural stone, countertop, and showers. The Floor Store Carpet One also carries luxury vinyl tile, which many customers rave about, serving the community since 1984. The Floor Store Carpet One, 1/2 mile from the Amite River Bridge on Florida in Denham Springs.
Welcome you back to the post-game wrap-up here from the Jacket Gym. 54-36, the final. Lady Jackets over the Lady Tigers of Slidell. So that puts Denham Springs 23-9 overall on their season now, and that will end Slidell's season at 23-7 overall. And the Lady Jackets move on to the quarterfinals to play Parkway, 51-17 winner over Thibodeau.
But the Lady Jackets are 2-0 where it matters.
That's right.
None of the first part didn't matter. Get in the bracket, 2-0 in the playoff bracket. That's what's important.
Mitch, got to thank you for dinner tonight.
Always got to have
M&Ms.
a little something to help us get through the night.
Yes.
I hear you with that.
I'm a peanut M&M guy, and I think, Mitch always usually has that as his pregame snack. We were a little busy in the pregame Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up today, so
it became an in-game snack.
It became an in-game snack. I'd be popping, look like a squirrel over here. We are a couple of squirrels trying to get a nut, but anyway. Mitch, hey, I think the story of this one, besides getting the win, that we did almost a 20-point win over Slidell, a team that they are familiar with, but looking at your notes there, 17-0 points off the bench. It's just unbelievable.
Just the depth of the Lady Jackets. We talked about it last week, how many different players got in the game and made a difference. And then tonight, every girl that came in, whether they got on the board as a scorer or not, made a difference, had a big assist, had a steal, made a defensive stop, brought down rebounds. And we needed them all because the fouls were racking up early on. We were in some foul trouble, and we had to have girls step up. And it didn't matter, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, whoever came off of that bench contributed and did a great job.
Absolutely. It's just talking to Coach Smith about how deep it is to have now, how good it is to have such a deep bench at this point. And we saw how much it played into this one.
Yeah, and we really, I've been mentioning it all night, but Cameron Nora, we really probably have a bunch of guards that can come off the bench, and she's probably our only big player that can come in. And then Zariah Samir got in some foul trouble. Kennedy Lindsay, Brad Nelson was in some foul trouble in the first half. She's our big player to go inside, and we needed that to go against Trista Gallion, big player for Slidell, and she could get up double-digit points at any night. And Cameron really did a great job of getting in there, fighting for the rebounds, getting the points around the goal when we needed it, and she was excellent tonight.
All right, so as we put a bow on this one and look forward to, it will be a Thursday night contest between the Lady Jackets and Parkway. That'll be up in Shreveport from Parkway High School, so we will be looking to make that trip as well. I would assume that we're going to say a 6 o'clock tip-off for that Thursday, but if that were to change, we will keep you updated here on all of our ways of doing that. That will be Family Radio 91.9 FM and on the web at johnfineproductions.com and streaming live on YouTube at DS Jacket Vision. Some great interaction and viewing here tonight at DS Jacket Vision. Please hit that subscribe button for us if you haven't already done so. We certainly appreciate it. And Mitch, just as we get ready to make the trip, Lady Jacket's going to turn around. Coach Smith said they're going to take Wednesday and leave Denham Springs Wednesday, get some hotels up there, and find a place to do a little walkthrough practice on Thursday and get ready to go play the number one team in the state.
Yeah, and that happens a good bit playoff time. I'm sure Coach Smith has some friends up there in the Shreveport area. If not, he'll make some friends and find a gym out there, whether it's another high school, whether it's maybe one of the Centenary College up there or something like that, LSU Shreveport. Maybe he's got somebody that he knows, and just to get in, have a walkthrough, have a shoot around a little bit like we talked about before. They're not going to be doing full court sprints and pressing at practice, working on that, but they're going to have things, keeping the legs fresh, do some shooting drills, and just a few little reminders is basically what you're going to do. Probably do that on Wednesday night or Wednesday afternoon, but also on Thursday because he's going to have all day without school. So they'll get up and eat a breakfast, and they'll probably go somewhere to a gym and do a walkthrough that day. Like we talked about with Coach Piku before the game today, during 7th hour, was able to get their little last-minute reminders, and they'll get that somewhere in the gym on Thursday and then be ready to play the game Thursday evening.
All right, so that's going to do it for us here from the Jacket Gym. 54-36, the final. Lady Jackets now in the quarterfinals. It will be at Parkway on Thursday. We expect to be with you at 6 o'clock for tip-off. It'll be a 5:15 Sporting Center Yellow Jackets warm-up, so if you can't make it up to Shreveport, we certainly are going to be happy to bring it to you. So for everyone involved here, for Lamine Figueroa back at the studio, for Jake Williamson, for Zachary Williamson, for Mitch Covington, for Darren Ferrente, for John Fine, I'm Josh Ward saying good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Denham Springs High School basketball broadcast on Family Radio 91.9 FM Baton Rouge, on the net at johnfineproductions.com, and on YouTube. Please subscribe at DS Jacket Vision. Josh Ward on play-by-play with Mitch Covington on color commentary. Denham Springs High School basketball broadcasts are a John Fine production.